Yeah.
Galaw ka kasi nagalaw ka din.
Yun ang
Baka na,
baby.
right?
Ano yung nag-offline?
Mandan yan, ha?
Ha?
Mandan?
Maandar mo yan. May oras yun eh.
Saglit,
Nag-inom na lang mo siya? Inom na ikaw ba siya?
Maraming salamat po, Jade Vlog 26. Shout out sa'yo. Salamat sa thumbs up. First time kong ilisto, so hindi ko pa alam paano mag-jacket. Pinag-aaralan ko ba.
Nakapag-jacket ka na.
Open ko lang yan sa iyo. Kasi pag meron na sa akin, i-open ko lang dyan. Pag may nag-message.
Isa lang kuya, pwede.
Ano?
Gumana? Ayun, gumana na isa eh. Isa lang kuya, pwede.
Andiyan yung comment sa baba. Makikita sa baba. Ano gutin natin pag-gapot na?
Eto, add moderator. Ayan, may jacket na siya.
Yan. Add moderator.
Okay, maano ka?
Sige yan na. Yan ka?
Oo.
Yeah. Let's go.
Loading sa'yo kuya.
Saan?
Nag-offline din. Galaw ka kasi ng galaw eh. Yan, offline na.
Tanggalin mo na kaya aking pere. Sige, tanggalin mo na.
Offline, no? Oh.
Wala na offline niya. Lahat. Nakapat lang yung ano niya.
Yung?
Offline nga.
Wala, di gumagana.
Ilabas mo lang ang aking kele. Baka yung siya.
Jakita mo lang yun na kaya, talo.
Nakajakitan na.
Oo.
Dito okay naman.
Wala mo din. Bahala ka sa buwan. Alam niya mga tao.
May level ka sa indig. Namatay nga.
Wala na. Panibago na naman kayong video.
Yan na. Yan ka? Yan. No. Offline sa akin? Offline din sa akin?
Wala. Offline.
Hindi, gumagana kaya tayo.
Hindi ka kaya?
Kuya, offline.
Imakot ko dito eh. Hindi matigil yung kamay eh.
Shout out dyan kay Rod Piniranda. Maraming salamat.
Nakat na naman yung video. Di wala na naman.
Wala na, patay na dyan.
Wala na.
Patay. Kaya tayo gumagana.
Open na sa akin ito kuya Le.
Wala
Para
na.
hindi ko.
Kaya din connection.
Pa-jacket tan.
Mga katropa. Bigyan nyo lang ako ng 1 week. Makakapa-jacket na tayo.
Jacket naman sa akin.
Walang jacket. Magdamit ka muna bago kita jacketan.
And the Rockets already with their game faces on as they get off the bus. Gotta be geared up for these road games. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. dress like a pro. The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. We're coming to you from Southern
Ano pag
California.
post ito gali?
Oh, and thanks for joining us at Noche Le.
Da?
Hindi yan, yan sa taas.
Napindot ko ata to, tingnan mo.
Sige, balik ko lang yan dyan.
Ayan na.
Ayan.
Snack? Admirator. Kailan matatapos ang lockdown ng Hawali?
Ito lang. Wala na ito.
Tama tayo.
Magana.
Wala na.
Ito na.
Nakat yung kay Leo. Hindi, nakat yung kay Leo.
Wala pa.
Wala pa siya.
yung kay kuya.
Na-stop
Babalik.
yun sa kanya.
Naka-start na yun kandi eh. Ayan, close na naman.
Baka na-block siya ni YouTube.
Hindi ah.
Hindi pa?
Gumagalaw na dito. Diyan na lang.
Ano kasing kinagkut-kut-kut mo din? Okay na nga eh. Ano mo ano? Ano?
Sa live ko yun eh. Kanina. Ayan, dito live.
Kaya ito na-under pa. Sa kanya hindi na.
Ayan na.
Kaya ako na lang nanonood siya kami.
Ha?
Ako lang.
Nanonood ako dito.
Isa lang oh.
Nga, magsulat nga ako kung... Oh,
Oh, isa. Ako lang nanonood oh.
bakit hindi ko mapapasok ko? Nanonood naman ako ah.
May isang account ka lang eh.
Ayan o, nag-shoutout ako. Nag-message na nga ako eh. Sinoutout niya kita eh.
Ayan na, okay na to.
Ayan. Sinoutout kita eh. Bakit isa lang siya? Nalolocate?
Okay na.
O na-dislocate? Let's go!
Salita nga kuya. Ayan, meron na.
Let's go!
Sa...
Meron na.
Saan? No.
Ito lang. Sit here. Okay na.
And beyond, the NBA celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. Hi everyone, this is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. Our sideline
Yan, dalawa na
reporter
ron.
David Albert.
Dalawa na.
As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what's shaping up in the West.
Nakaararo na.
Now look at the Lakers. They got their eye on the number one spot. And as things get well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. Here's the starting.
Thank you for supporting, guys!
Let's look at
Kaya ako lang nanonood eh. Dalawa yun.
to the backcourt. DJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House into the three spot. Home for the Lakers.
Kabayo na, kabayo!
The incredible forward there. Green is out there with Adrian, and it's McGee.
Yan, dyan na pala si Covington.
I like the intensity from James
using his speed tonight to board the rim.
Pakpal ka.
Reportedly, LeBron James spends over $1 million a year just on training and maintaining his body.
Well, money well spent. I mean, for his age, the most minutes played in NBA history, he's doing everything
Lutang na lutang
possible
to
to
si
extend his prime.
Covington.
The offense started with a high-quality look down low.
And finished off by LeBron.
James is effective at getting near the basket. Always look to dunk it.
Ayan na mga katropa. Shoutout sa mga nanonood dyan.
So Westbrook will bring it up for the Rockets.
Hindi, diretso
Here's
rito.
Harden on the wing.
Nagano ka na maglalaki. Diretso rito. Diyan lang.
It's up at
Lagi
3.
makita, no?
Rebounded by
Ako no
Green.
brightness eh. Yung tempo na pareho.
Here's
Covington
Davis.
lang yan.
Yep, that one goes in there.
There's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA. Davis has got to be
Shout out dyan kay Rafael na nanonood.
He gets his hands on the ball down low.
Wala po talaga sa pala eh.
Davis na daw eh.
Concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4-for-4 start. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
Green against Harden. Over Green. Harden gets the bucket.
And this is what you see. I mean, he takes pride in nailing tough shots over the defense.
LeBron passes to Davis. James looking it over. Kicks it to McGee. Yes, that's James picking up the assist.
So far, no misses in their first 5 to 10.
For Houston, they've gone 2
Tsaka kung may
5
setan,
making 40%
Yung isang account ko din.
throughout the game.
yun. Wala ko pala eh.
We mentioned McGee's outstanding length. There, so did he use that?
Kapatawa ka boss eh.
And this offense is in a perfect
Umaga pa.
rhythm. You can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now, it feels like they can't
Late
let
kung
you
minsan.
see how long they can make these laps.
In the foul line,
Tumatang
Avery
late.
Grant.
Ha?
That's his first
Late.
foul.
Oo. Ayun, sabay mo.
Sabay ah. Pasang hili.
Wala pa.
Here is Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over.
Uy, yan, lupit. Follow up.
Big part of the game.
This end of the season award is already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era again of playing against the best power forwards. I feel
Wow. Ooh, nice fake.
there's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team is something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being
Shout out dyan sa 2 million na
it's about being the best 5 in the
Yan, nagpapashout
Ano
ako, hindi mo
Those
kasi
moments
nasa
were always
eh.
special.
ano yun? Shout out dyan sa 2 million na nanonood, viewers.
The best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in an era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion and teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
Dwight Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope comes in for Bradley. Gordon's checked in for Houston. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Covington.
Magandang ikot niya.
Terrific floor work.
Napapunta sa...
It's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Graduate natin yan si Covington.
Picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Right side Green. Over Harden.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Green, no luck. Here's Gordon. Kicks it out to Harden. From past the arc. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for Los Angeles. 6-point lead. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And the league passer in his position. I mean, James always seems to make the right decision.
Rockets have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Harden outside. Pass to Covington. Over Davis. And too long on the shot. Lakers leading by 8.
Isa lang na sa akin mo. Dalawa lang. Hindi, nakita mo dito yan. Dito ba ito?
But they'll get another chance.
Wala pa lang.
James, the pass to Howard.
Ayan o. Dalawa.
Second chance effort. Here's Davis. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the one. Davis has got 10 points.
And he delivers another blow. Something's happening to him this quarter. He's carrying
Dalawa
the
dito.
offensive.
O, dalawa nga
Isa nga lang din sa akin na ngayon.
Dalawa.
For three.
Ay, isa na lang. Ako lang din.
No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other
Baka
way.
nagpupa na siya.
Dalawa na to, dalawa na. Si Lebron.
Inaararo!
Every year they seem to go 2 more threes or free throws.
Kalabawan to, kalabawan!
Consistently working them.
Yeah!
Team experiment.
Walang magawa si Green eh.
Makes an NBA
Pag naka-on
one
eh.
of the best finishers inside, period. I mean, there's nowhere on the floor hard can't
Wow!
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get into a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player at this stage of his career.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Morris is checked in for Anthony Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Houston with a big group substitution.
Shit, paasa na kay Howard yun eh.
PJ Tucker. Tamari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. McLemore's checked
Palpal
in.
ka!
And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook.
Dwight Howard!
Ang ganda yun.
Now here's McLemore, guarded by Kuzma. And McLemore kicks to Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the
Uy!
three. He can't hit that
Buti na lang.
shot. So the Lakers will take it the other way. And a wide open look for James. And he
Boom!
buries that one, trailing the rim on the way down.
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big league.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Green kicks to Rivers. Bangs home the trifecta.
Oh, it's big when Rivers connects from outside.
Abot,
He helps
abot
space
tayo.
the entire floor for a squad.
It's LeBron with the drive. Passes it to Rondo. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Morris.
Yalintik na Morris to! May gulay ka.
Here's Gordon. Lays it up and banks it in.
Fearless.
Hindi man ang
Gordon using his sprint to get off the
tira na Rock.
Here's LeBron. And the dunk by James.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his lead in the building gives him a great advantage. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Right back after this break.
Laptop lang.
Russell Westbrook is surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Positivity.
He can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like
Yan,
Westbrook,
liliit.
individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here
Wow,
on
holy.
Volanos. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
You have a favorite
Yeah.
matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Marquise Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Caruso in at the two. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
Well, Kev, for all his scoring talent, Kyle Kuzma, he wants to be more. I mean, he's working around on his game. Scoring as a defender, rebounder, and a player.
See Webb last season, Kuzma making strides as a passer and as a defender.
Oh, yeah, Kevin, that's because Rajon Rondo got him in the film room. Rondo! I mean, he is
Uga, lumit na.
that possession.
Pick eh.
Two players totally in sync with each other.
To the middle. And Kuzma
Pass, Kuzma.
Wow, You see how fast he got off the ground? I love whenever Kuzma rises up to throw it down.
3-pointer yan.
Shout out, Joseph.
Here in the second.
Up.
McLemore, the pass to Kira. Back to McLemore. Tries it to the top of the key.
Oh my God, late si Kuzma.
Oh, the nice in-between game of McLemore. The ability to score from the mid-range is very important in this game.
Here's James.
Wala na yan.
Ay, pasa dapat yun eh.
The activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong.
Yeah, Rockets eh.
How to defend it.
Los Angeles making a switch here.
Nabayaran ng referee dito ate.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. There's McLemore. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it.
Kuzma na, kayang-kaya yan. Ang lilit
They
eh.
held a 12-point lead earlier. Home court didn't seem to help me last time they
Nice, Rondo.
This time.
And how about the focus there for Rondo? Doesn't let the D get
Finger roll.
able to complete that play through contact.
Now here's McLemore. D right on him. It's House.
Yeah, titira si House pala
Shoots
yun.
the triple. House has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, that's
tayo,
it.
mga kabusing,
They
habol.
always want him to take, because if he's got the space, he's got the green light.
Carroll takes to Rivers. Carroll passes to Green,
Late niyan.
and he lays it straight in.
Oh man, challenging the defense inside.
Titirahin ko na sa baba eh.
That's just good.
Shoutout sa 7 milyon natin nasa bahay. Yan.
Rondo against Rivers.
First
And
LS
there's
po.
a whistle. There's on
Pagpasensyahan nyo na.
That's
Yan.
his first foul.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop. He's
Nice, Bradley.
title just so he his legs.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Anthony Davis is
Oh,
checked in for Mark
sanap.
Morris. Contavious Caldwell Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Bradley subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
And the great shooters know when they got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Yan.
And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo of the offense is a product of the 7 seconds or less.
Oh, galintik. Ang dami na ng hakbang
And
eh.
that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Bradley kicks to McGee. And good that time.
Late ng bantay.
McGee's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, with height and heart, Kevin McGee can do damage around him.
Pass to Harden. Here's the
Palpalap! Ay, ay!
another miss by Harden.
Kita ko na yun eh.
And the rebound differential, one more reason why they're in control.
No, 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 baby.
3-pointer.
Wow, no, no.
In Los Angeles with the triple.
No, no, no.
The strategy, continue to get the ball to guys.
No, no, no. No, no, no.
Oh, I do too, Greg.
No, no.
Don't get best scores. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Howard's checked in for Los Angeles.
Shout out dyan sa 3 million nating nanonood.
So, and a change for the Rockets.
Pwede na lang
Gordon's
mo.
checked in. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Sige sa'yo mga kabosing.
Bradley deciding where to go with it. He kicks to Green. Back to Bradley. Takes the 3. And the Lakers get it back. Davis.
Ay, apat. Oh my God.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers.
Pinasa pa
and a fast
tuloy.
break for the Rockets.
Okay.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
He might not be
Pinasa ko
these
pa.
guys in the
Tira na ni
He's
Howard
always
yun.
going to bust his butt to get out on the break.
And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be PJ.
Tinanggal na sila sa kapila,
So
no?
valuable to his team.
Ha?
You know, PJ gives you production in every way, and his impact
Yeah.
really
So
goes
pinaghahandaan mo yung pagdating ng kapila, ha?
all the things that coaches want their players to do. That's really the motto of Tucker King.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Gamitin natin yung araro ni Cabron. Yan! Lakas ni Harden!
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Parang Lebron lang din. Si Harden.
You don't truly appreciate the greatness of what James Harden does. He's one of the toughest guys to check on the fast break. He has one of the best Euro steps in the game, the best footwork in the game. He'll hit you in the head for deep. You can't check him without fouling him. The precision of his movements, the ease in which he scores. Come on, man.
Ay, sus! Si Green wala nang bantay dapat to.
And 101 left now here in the second.
Ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
Rockets trailed by 11.
Maraming salamat po dyan sa 3 million nating viewers.
Harden surveying the D. He feeds it to Covington.
Ayan!
Sends it back.
He's got that huge
Edicts!
boy, does he use it well on the defensive
Oh,
end.
3-pointer to si
If
Howard.
Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Back to Bradley. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Howard.
Pal-pal ka.
Covington sends it back.
Pal-pal ka ulit!
Foul!
Really showing his extraordinary
Wala na oras siya.
Yan,
James
tik!
checked in for Danny Green. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. On the wing, Harden jacks up a 3.
Yan, madalian, no? Quick shot, oh.
Howard's got the gun number 5 here tonight.
Ang liit yan. Westbrook!
On the board has been
Yeah.
impressive.
Gagalit na si Cabron, no?
his muscle. No one getting in his way. Deep stop.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Muscle man!
And the free
Uyay!
throw, no good.
In many ways, he feels like he's playing his best ball right now.
Uy!
When you talk
Huli!
about LeBron James.
Yes!
Out of bounds is Los Angeles Kings possession.
Tumikot pa yun.
Well called for the wide open look.
Wow!
Time
Muntik na.
doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles
Sorbiter.
Lakers. 13 points up at the end of the period.
Di lang pumasok.
Defense has been very effective at locking down Russell Westbrook. And now let's
Ay,
catch up
lobat
with
yung
David
kano
Aldridge,
kaya,
who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Contavious Caldwell-Pope. And Contavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, they're important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them side to side. We got our offensive rebounds as well. Get us on side to side at the basket. Just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet.
Medyo nakakalamang tayo.
First half.
Pero mamaya to, madudurog tayo nito.
LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what you think?
Yeah, coach has done a good job of scheming LeBron free, getting him into that rhythm, getting him into that zone where he's almost impossible to stop.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded.
Sa,
Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there. And I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better, into a better rhythm in the second half, and avoid relying so heavily on the two-point shot.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel!
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his time, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Steve. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, you
Wala rin, suntukan natin yan. Yeah, tapang eh.
It's the hard work part.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt.
Akala ko yun na.
And it's House at the 3 spot. Howard, the pass to Brent. Drills it from outside. Bradley's got 6.
Shot Bradley has practiced time and time again. Now, a legitimate threat to hit off the catch.
Harden, the pass to Covington.
Oh, nice.
The ball.
Fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
So my.
Down low. Here's
Bilis ng balik eh.
He's so crafty with the ball. The ability to score inside and outside.
Tinanggal si Cabron.
And it's Bradley with the ball for the Lakers. And Howard with the stuff.
He may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, she'll play.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some.
Yeah, malayo posible.
That one from
Yeah. Long range.
16 points for James Harden.
Well, Harden has no fear of pulling up from distance. I mean, he has the range and the game. Just a remarkable shooter for deep.
Davis kicks to Howard. Back to Davis. Out to
Oh my gulay ka, bakit?
Passing here by Los Angeles. Bradley passes to Howard. Now Caldwell Pope. 6 to shoot. A wide open look here for Kuzma. No good from outside.
Now, when he forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
See.
Bradley can't get it to go. It's trailed by 13. House dishes to Harden.
Woo!
Steve.
Remember, the ball's in his hands. That's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Back to Kuzma. Covington with the steal. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. It's good.
Naku, huli si Howard tumalon.
8 for 15 shooting. And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Bradley. Lays it up off the glass. Bradley's got 5 points in the quarter. With every position creating offense now, which big man do the best job of scoring off the bounce?
That's a good question. LaMarcus Aldridge in San Antonio, Coach Pop is giving him the freedom.
Uy, bakit ka tumaaya?
We sleep on him because he's 7 foot, but when he faces up,
Walang bantay
he
sa
doesn't
puro.
give you his back. He faces up.
Habang tayo mga kabosing,
gives
sakto
you
na
a
lang.
jab step, a counter in and out, and gives you something nice. I mean, his ball handling ability is great for a 7-footer, and I like him.
Wow! Walang bantay, sumablay.
Here's House. Takes it out to Covington. Harden outside.
Wow.
Deep.
Yolin. Grabe, long range.
Threes they're giving up have really been
Ganyan natin si
on this run.
Davis with it. And it's Harden picking him up.
Bawi.
Hope they get it there. Kuzma finds Bradley. From outside off the mark.
Puro bantay, hindi na makakashoot ah.
In the second half, they've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long.
Wala na yan.
Yes, that goes in.
Oh!
5-point Laker lead.
He's wrapped up his game big way.
Mahabol na.
He likes it when they're
Shoutout
trapped.
po sa 7 million nating napadalaw sa ating bahay.
And then Chris, you get that shot.
First NS po, so pagpasensyahan nyo na.
It's a thing of beauty. I'm not talking about his almost travel double step back, just his record. I mean, he has so many times to create space with his footwork. He makes the most out of what you give him.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Markieff Morris comes in for Anthony Davis. LeBron, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Bradley. Houston with a big group substitution here.
Ay,
He's checked in for PJ Tucker. Tamari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. Gordon's checked in for Daniel House. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden.
Hirap eh.
That's his first foul. And the Lakers have possession. It's a 5-point game. Good work there as it goes.
Really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Goes up the baseline. Another shot. Carroll kicks to Harden. On the wing, Gordon. Back to Harden. From the arc.
Wala na.
By the Lakers.
Pagod na si Harden.
At one point, they led
Hati
by
na to.
16. The feed to James.
Paul.
The bucket. And he's got a free throw.
Tinira sa puwet.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Shout out po dyan sa 4 million nating nanonood. Salamat Madam Tinas,
LeBron James,
Craving, Ninja.
best player of his
Thank you.
generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Salamat po sa pagdaan.
And now in his mid-third, LeBron
Kahit
showing
ano kayo
no signs
magpasalamat
of
sa
slowing
akin,
down.
hindi.
Yeah.
His dedication to training
Kanina pa nga kita sinashoutout eh.
maintaining his body, second to none.
Grabe si Juan. Sino ba to?
Athleticism, it seems that's
Harden.
made a huge
Kahit saan mo, Juan.
It's not going to go for him. So Houston will take it the other way. Here's Gordon. And the layup's good off the glass. And now it's only a 1 Laker lead.
Look, it's always awesome to see Gordon take it to the rim, adding more wrinkles
Lima
to
na lang
his
mga
offensive
kabosing.
game.
Habol tayo.
Caruso kicks to James. And he's only missed 3 of 13.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
The pass to Rivers. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Gordon. Harden has a wide open look. Another three for Houston.
I guess he just needed a little break because since halftime, he's been raining triples.
Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
James is just remarkable, showing no remorse when he's attacking the rim.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Houston. They trail by 6.
Palpal na! Yan! Nice, cabron!
And this has been an outstanding display on the board, and it's a big
Ah.
reason why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Harden.
Woohoo! Yay!
He'll get a chance at the line.
Lumutang, hindi diniretso.
Harden loves using that shot fake and Euro step because it's so hard for defenders not to bite on it.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. That free throw missing, and the Rockets making a change here. He hits the second from the line.
Well, look, I love how Harden does a little bit of everything. Aggressive score, solid rebounder, superb passer. He's also improving on the defense.
And here's Green
Pasok mo na.
outside.
Oh
He's
my
able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Lakers ahead, up by 7. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
But it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. JaVale McGee is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Rondo and it's that's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Gordon.
Dalawa yan.
Again, they get it back. And McLemore kicks it to
Patay
Tucker.
si Tucker pa.
Traps in the tray. Tucker's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Rockets.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Here's LeBron. Ball's not loose. It's stolen by Carroll.
Oh!
Outside Gordon. And here's Harden for 3.
Yan!
And again, it's the Rockets.
Isa na lang mga kabosing!
Their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. Bradley's checked in for the Lakers. And then for Houston, Robert Covington's checked in for Damari Carroll. And
Maraming salamat po dyan sa 4 million nating viewers.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth.
Oh!
Here's Davis. Kicks it out to Bradley. Shoots the 3. And that one falls
Ay,
in off of
Bradley.
Davis's feet. 11 points for Avery Bradley.
3 points.
Sumablay pa yung halimaw na dunk ni Cabron eh.
Rockets trail by 4. Outside Gordon. Pass to Tucker. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul.
Suntukin mo.
Second foul of the game. Here's McLemore. Outside Gordon.
Patay
Latrey.
na.
I don't know if it's been the main factor. This off night is
Pass break.
definitely been one factor.
Here's LeBron.
Kanina pa eh.
Finished off by LeBron.
I'd like to say I'm blown away, but honestly, with LeBron, a game like this, it's just call for the court.
Pass it to Green. And Green.
Tinanggal si Gabo.
Nice.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right.
Tinanggal si Gabo.
Pagod na.
Then the emphatic
An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Maraming salamat dyan.
H-Less, trending.
It's a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Shout out, H-Less trending. Wala pa yung
And the Lakers listen. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Green. And it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope in for Avery Bradley. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. He said, hey, we're still in this thing. We just have to trust each other out there. Be aggressive, stay together, and play as a team. We're coming back and winning this one. Pretty confident words, Kevin.
Caldwell-Pope passes to James. And he banks in the lane. James has got 13 points in the second half.
James is super strong, incredible in power through the defense.
Timeout called the Rockets. You look at James, what a contribution.
He's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Maraming salamat po sa 4 million viewers natin dyan. Shout out sa inyo.
Wala ka dito sa ano, no?
Na-injury na. Si Kapila?
Oo.
Wala si Kapila nga.
Wala.
Parang pinalitan ni Covington?
Oo.
Oo. Hindi yan si Covington dyan eh.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Howard's checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. Chandler comes in for Robert Covington. And it's James Harden in for McLemore. Harden against James. Harden dishes to Chandler. Misses from close range.
And he good to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Here's Davis.
Yeah.
Howard, the pass to Davis.
Yeah, dalawang beses si Davis eh.
Caldwell Pope, defended by Gordon.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Clock at 6. Caldwell Pope, and it's blocked by Chandler.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly.
Foul!
3 seconds.
Yeah, ang daming pick eh.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. 8-point game. Here's Westbrook. Goes up again. He can't get that one. Davis with some nice deep.
Patay na.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4-10 here in the final period.
Contain.
LeBron is
Injury.
so aggressive,
Injury.
virtually unguardable.
Dito.
Tough to contain when he's going up to shoot.
MVP. MVP. MVP.
The first one falls. So he gets them both. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Out to Chandler. Back to Harden.
Hoy! Ah, wala.
With a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Got that one on quick. And it's 8 points for Contagious Caldwell Pope. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blaze the trail for today's NBA.
Oh, dalawa-dalawa eh.
In the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court. Anyone, regardless of color, nationality, just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives who bringing awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part.
Ato puro halimo pinasok ko. Puro malaki.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him.
Yan
It's
na.
a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything
Si Cabron lahat ang pinakamaliit dito eh. Yeah. Mabagal nga lang.
And he knew he needed to put his foot down. He showed leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. Here's Davis. And
Boom!
a three-pointer of their own. And the Lakers lead by 13. Harden outside for the three.
Ang lalaki niya,
The
posible.
Lakers with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16.
Yeah, mabilis yan.
From about 16,
Boom.
claims that one off the back out, down and fall. And that's now 6 points for Kyle Kuzma.
And tonight's challenge to end with a very clear win, leaving nothing to chance.
Perimeter.
Win.
Boom!
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball. I think in doing so, created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Tinanggal ba si Cabron?
And this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here.
Yeah, tatlo malaki ano? Yeah, mo yun.
Tonight's win will take their record.
Tatlo yan.
Wins a big milestone here tonight.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about
Tanggalin kayo si Green. Palitan ko na yung LeBron James.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling
Ano
game
yun?
for LeBron.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
LeBron is checked in for Danny Green. Harden, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And they double up LeBron. Howard kicks to Kuzma.
Patay.
And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First ball pa ni James.
To the paint.
Oh, wala si
Nice
Maggie.
shot by Tucker.
Anong pinagagawa mo,
When you
Maggie?
draw this much attention from the D, you know someone's bound to be left open. Hard find.
The drive by James. McGee, the pass to Howard. Here's Kuzma. They get it back. Tries again. The shot's good from McGee. And the Lakers lead by 18.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
The shot, no good. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Deflects the pass.
Oh!
Here's Harden. Pass to Tucker. Here's House. Here's Westbrook. And Westbrook.
Si Maggie!
You know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical, and once he gets to the launching pad, beware.
And so it's business here. It was a tale of two teams.
Maraming salamat dyan sa 3 million viewers natin. Shout out kay
Just searching for answers. The
Angelis
I mean, the
Trends.
energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started,
David, thank you as always.
Hi po.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you.
Limas tayo mga kabusing.
These guys have known each other for a long time. There should be very few surprises tonight.
I agree with you, Kevin. Two veteran teams here, and that means that execution becomes the driving force in success.
And the Houston Rockets.
Sinapabayaan.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with PJ Tucker. And it's House. And
Kaya
it's
tumalon, baka foul ka lang.
Superb body control from Harden. When he's driving inside the defense, doesn't really have much they can do to stop him.
LeBron with now Covington defending.
Nice play, LeBron.
and once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Harden, that's good.
Hindi pa mabalda to sa Harden.
Clever guard James Harden. I mean, so good at staying with the shot even under duress.
16 feet away. Nice spin off the
Nice,
left
Bradley.
hand.
More design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Na.
And you do
Tingnan
not
natin
want to
ito
let him
papartihin
get
si
going
Harden.
early because that can get you cooked.
Now, here is Harden. We have 36 game out. 5 on the clock.
Uli ka!
The shot, no good. And it's the Lakers.
Patay na, ang liit.
Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Oh!
The Rockets have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game.
Mountain.
And
Oy!
two
Dala.
at the free throw line.
No matter how you feel about James Harden, you've got to respect.
Shout out dyan sa 3 million viewers natin.
I mean, he absolutely lives and breathes basketball, and that passion has driven him to become the player he is today.
And the first one at the line is good. And Clark, last year Harden was quoted in saying most players don't really love basketball.
Well, I don't know about most. That seems a bit extreme. Maybe he feels that they don't love it as much as he does, which certainly you could understand. But I can say that very few players have the drive and determination to improve their game the way Harden has. That's part of why he's been an MVP.
Mag-play, oh. Ayun mo si Bill.
Start mo lang, ano yung arilong mo lang
How
natin.
they're using him so far. And you know what? They're going to keep
Mahina
using
ang
him. I mean,
kwento.
he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Ang
Now, here is Harden. 6 points for him. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots.
Kalabawan na to, kalabawan.
Hey guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim.
Shit,
in
nahuli
his
na yun.
sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one hand.
Wow! Lupit na mga side steps eh.
One hand and one foot. Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely
Harap-harapan.
in his zone this quarter.
Bradley against Westbrook. Bradley kicks to Green. From deep, James. Good.
Boom!
The assist. 9 points for LeBron. And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. It's a 3-point game. Pass to House. Harden scanning the floor.
Oh, wow! Nice!
With his three. From long range in the first quarter.
Oh,
LeBron
bakit?
for one.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy
Kaunti
finish
mo
at
na.
the rim. I mean,
Wow!
that's just
Ayaw talaga!
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that.
May
That's
nanghahawak.
the only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time.
To surpass Michael
I
Jordan.
think he needs to do
Oh,
to bolster his pace.
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8
Boom!
consecutive appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
You know, LeBron plays a very mistake-free game, usually in the open court, and when he's out on the break, the points are almost a guarantee.
Now here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in the last
woohoo!
Major problems with his defense.
Oh, no!
Well, he had
Oh,
4
no!
steals by the time
Oh, no!
the game was over.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's James. This is it to McGee.
Oh shit, ang ganda na ng pasa sa'yo, Magi. Sablay mo pa.
Now here's Westbrook. He's starting close. Here's Tucker. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook.
Tell you what, for a guy who's inconsistent from three, Tucker's showing you he can be scary out there at times for a defense.
Bucket is good. James has got 15.
Wow, unconscious. As he
Unconscious.
They're riding that hot hand.
Pass to McLemore. The feed now to Covington. And Davis sends it back.
Rockets fall.
Well, I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Green is checked in for Houston. Now here's Westbrook. Robert Covington unable to get his last shot to go. Puts up a three. No shot that time. Not on top. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Caruso, the pass to Green. Off target from outside. It's trailed by 4. Now here's Tucker. And looking at his
Opa! Woo! Shit!
7 points a game.
Woo!
Dami kasing...
For 3, Westbrook.
Ate na yan.
A rebound by the Lakers.
Kabro na. Bilis.
Here's LeBron. And then
Yeah!
he's got 17.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Here's Westbrook. And he uses
Yay! Hindi nabol ni Magi.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you. Wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now, here's Tucker. And here's Gordon from outside. His first shot is 0 for 1 to start the contest.
Ang liit
Here's
niyan.
Davis, and it's blocked by Gordon. But they recover it. Green, the pass to Davis. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. And it's his first foul of the game.
Ararawin ko na dapat yun eh.
Got a
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh
stolen
my
by Green. And here we go. Fast break. McLemore's got it. Here's Rivers. Misses the one-handed jam. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. They kept going to him again and again. And he delivered with a
Shout out dyan sa
And we'll be back with you shortly.
3 million.
LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail.
Always feel like I got it. Always feel like it.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you gotta have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Lopez? Si Howard yun? Lutang na lutang lumipad eh. Hinabol sa taas.
Marquise Morris, and it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. That's the Laker 5.
Palpal ka ulit.
And you know, this is a definite.
Ayan na, naharangan na siya. Buti naman. Sablay ba?
Outside for Caldwell Pope.
Isa pa.
Beyond the arc.
Isa pa, Howard.
Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 11 now for the Lakers. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Lakers?
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They've got their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Down to 5 on the
Di mo
shot clock.
matutulak yan.
Carroll kicks to Rivers.
Howard.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area
Yay.
where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. They climb back. They got the
Ang liit ni Rondo eh. Si Howard ang palayo eh.
Follow show you what he is all about, gritty and determined.
Diretso na dapat yun.
And there's the call on
Slasher.
That's his first foul. Quinn Cook's checked in for the Lakers. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Harden's checked in. Morris passes to Kuzma. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Back to Howard. And yes,
Binalik pa. Utsi.
great coaches go about
Bakante na siya
making
kanina eh.
that connection with their players.
Yeah, wala na. May crown na si Howard.
Holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to.
Yeah, suntukin mo.
Great coaches find a way
Kita-kita yung ano eh, no?
effective for that individual and for the team.
Yung pisikalan.
And the Rockets with possession here. They trail by 11. Here's Harden.
Hindi. Tira mo ngayon yan.
To the middle.
Palpal.
And you gotta do a better job
Pader.
of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you're gonna pump fake, you've got to make sure.
Wow! Diliit dalawa.
And look now at a few years worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the
Shout out
microscope.
dyan sa 2 million.
And the trend that he's going through with his assist numbers dropping over the past few years isn't a good one. I don't want to say he's become a more selfish player because that's too harsh, but he's become a little too concerned about finding his own shot rather than creating for his teammates. He may want to rethink that.
You know what? Still a consistent double-double threat every game is Howard, wanting to prove how valuable he is.
Oh, at may hours yun eh.
Kuzma pulls it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Cook. That shot
Yeah.
was in, and the
Ayaw
Rockets
pasa
take
kasi
it
kay
away.
Kuzma eh.
They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
You gotta love his hustle.
Okay.
The defense, no time to react.
And you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when
hindi
you're
na siya
quick to
umubra.
get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the fourth.
Here is Cook. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Morris kicks to Cook. From deep. Kuzma can't get it to go.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And now the first time.
Shout out dyan sa 1 milyon.
Positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's check in for Morris. Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Alex Caruso in for Quinn Cook. Harden outside. He kicks to Carroll. All sorts of time. And he hits the jump shot. Carroll's got it back down to single digits for the Rockets. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Well for his side.
Ang ganda na dapat po.
Tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. And he's good on the 3-ball. Caldwell Pope's got 6.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
1:37 left in the first half of basketball. With it, now guarded by Caldwell Pope. And there's the pass to Gordon. Clock at 4. From deep Harden. Trains it from the yard. 11 points in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pass to McLemore. Right side, Green. In the corner. Harden. Good. And it's Green.
Mabagal na. Dapat hindi nila malalaki lahat to.
Laker lead.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Passes it to Howard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Howard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player. It's Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Here is Harden. 14 points for him. To the inside. Green. Can't hit that one.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the board, we're certainly seeing the effort. One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in the tackle.
And there's Caruso. That's his first foul. On defense, the Lakers. They've held a 12-point lead early.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
16 seconds left in the first half. LeBron kicks to Bradley. Outside, Davis. A 3-ball.
Wala. Nabitawan ko. Sapa.
A 3 from Bradley. And the shot before the buzzer.
Tagal magbitaw ni Bradley. Pinapabitin. Ayaw mag...
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Halftime.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 17 points and 1 rebound. Coming off a great game last time out, he's turning it up a notch already here tonight. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Tapos mas kuan pa, madali yung shooting niya sa trace dito. Parang mabilis, yung madali lang siya pa-shoot.
How'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Kaysa dun sa
Well, they had no consistency.
ngaraan.
Like they were building confidence, and then boom, turn up the volume.
Malakas sa defense si Howard, center.
Give
too many good looks. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half of a game that's been fairly even so far.
Ha?
What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And how about the amount he's contributing to
Nag-offline?
the scoring column?
Bakit tuloy-tuloy dito?
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways.
Tama yun, nag-offline na naman siya. Eh sa'yo hindi, di ba? Sa kanya nagbibiikot-ikot. Tingnan mo dito.
Shout out dyan sa 3 million viewers.
Eh, bakit pareho kayo nang pinapanood?
Ha?
Meron din kay Leo ganun. Trending Angeles. Sino yun? Rap, bebe. Bebe.
Defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston. Westbrook and Harden. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with PJ Tucker. And it's House. And at the three, the small forward. Westbrook with the steal. Here's Tucker. Throws down the breakaway jam.
A difficult cover on the break. Tucker can beat you both squaring up and at the rim.
Rondo passes to LeBron. Back to Rondo. Fires the three. Good, and the assist goes to James. Rondo's got himself going there. His first points in the game on the deep ball. Outside Westbrook. Takes it to Tucker. There's the dish to Covington. He's looking for Tucker and finds him. Great D that time from Howard.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. And so here is Houston.
Then see, AD.
One for their first to start the second half.
And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you think him put into words what he's able to do on the basketball?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
To end the run. Westbrook, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. You have to be impressed with the offensive production. Also,
and you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Timeout called the Rockets. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but we need to expand it. And was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively, be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. The ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those are the things I did pretty well.
Great ball movement there.
The Lakers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. That's good from Green.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on that three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact. And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Love jumper. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Kuzma. 19 points for LeBron.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
Westbrook against Caldwell Pope. Westbrook drives in, and it's good. Westbrook's got 6.
And with that bucket, he ceases a 14-0 run by Los Angeles.
Pass to Kuzma. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. And the Lakers lead by 17.
Assists like that have typified their
Yan,
effort
sumasayaw.
today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Harden, no good.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And the dunk by LeBron.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Tucker can't get it to go.
And not allowing
Yeah.
an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Avery Bradley in for
Bantay si
Contagious.
Green.
And then for Houston, Eric Gordon. He's checked in for Daniel House. And it's Rivers in for James Harden. The Rockets shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far.
Woo!
Foul.
Foul. Sabay na sabay.
It's on JaVale McGee.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. Alex Caruso comes in for James. And a switch here also for Houston. Damari Carroll's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you can see him being a top level six man for the rest of his career.
Kyle Kuzma checked in for Davis.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production.
Ay, hindi nakatalon si Kuzma sa likod.
Well, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Bradley kicks to
Yay,
Green.
may bantay.
And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Hindi possible naman.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
Bradley, no one around him. And the Lakers take on two more.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Tucker dishes to Covington.
Woo! Woo!
Shot missing. 20 that time there from McGee.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Shout out sa 3 million na nandyan. Maraming salamat po.
Stolen by McGee. Caruso, the pass.
Silang sentro maganda.
And the pass to Caruso. For three.
Ayan, lumabas na!
Carroll's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Covington. And the
nauna.
is good after a nice lead pass.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And McGee kicks to Caruso. But they get it back. Pass to Brent.
Bakit? Ayan, wala ang
Outside
Caruso.
Green. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That'll be his second.
Shout out sa walong nanonood natin dyan, sa 8 milyon. Salamat sa pagdalaw.
And here is Los Angeles now. Rondo can't get it to go. And the turnover again by Houston.
Not a fan.
Wala na makaturo.
Salamat po sa pagdalaw. Shout out po
6
sa
seconds
inyo.
left in the third quarter. Kuzma left side.
Yeah, sablay ni Kuzma.
And so it's the Los Angeles
Comeback po
Lakers.
mga kabosing.
Very comfortable 25
Yan,
point
shoutout
lead
siya
as
sa
the quarter
siyam na
And
milyon na
defense has
nanonood.
been terrific in this game. We come back right after this.
Lapag-lapag na po kayo nang mabigyan kayo ng jacket. Pa-thumbs up naman dyan. Para kay host.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand
Yeah,
out.
puro bangko na yung pinasok sa akin, no? Andyan na si... Sino ba to?
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not
Yeah,
been
no,
evenly
Dudley.
fought contest. Howard is out there with Jared Dudley. That's Rajon Rondo.
Oh, si
And
Dudley.
there's Avery Bradley. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Howard. And he eliminates with a slam dunk.
Hammer.
Chandler check not right back. Wow.
Howard determined to punish the rim and scare off defenders when he gets inside. Watch out now.
Pass to Rivers.
Yeah.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Clark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, you know, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
Green. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
And the Lakers making a change here. Morris is checked in. Manuel House is checked in for Houston. At the elbow, Green.
Okay.
Dudley against Rivers. Chandler trying to free himself. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, at this point in his career, Austin Rivers has proven how deadly he can be as a weapon
Pahinga na yung
off the
tatlong...
bench.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I like the energy that Rivers comes in with. I mean, he pushes the tempo and looks for a shot as well. And I think he can play either guard spot effectively.
Rondo drives in.
Counted.
And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And for that game against the Jazz, this is a game that they are expected to win. But sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory. We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this league's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship. Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Pre-filter to si Dudley.
There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. And some nice passing there by Houston.
Sabay na sabay.
First can't get it to go.
Pas break na kay Morris.
On that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it there.
Yeah! Lupit talaga si Bradley, veterano.
Easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
He feeds it to Chandler.
Oh!
Misses from short range. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Lakers.
Yung pasa bilis.
Bradley. Got a piece of it. And he gets it back. Morris finds Caldwell Pope. Outside Rondo. Inside. Dudley's shot is good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Yan si Morris galing
Let's it go for 11. Chandler, no good.
ano ba,
Lakers
Celtics.
have gone 4-7 for the field since
Morris.
the beginning of the fourth. And that was the call on Austin Rivers. That's foul number 2 for him.
Si Morris ang pumalit kay Juan,
NBA
yung
moved the
malaking
presentation
baldado.
of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. You like that?
Yes and no. I think you have two separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. No, I don't like that.
Buntik na mauntog yung
It's Jarap, Clark.
kupalpal.
And the first one comes. And I just
Pero mabagal si Morris dito kumpara dun sa Celtics.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. JaVale McGee comes in for Caldwell Pope, and it's Alex Caruso in for Bradley.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And that basket is going to count. Goaltending.
Goaltending.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Houston making a switch here. Cephalosha's checked in.
Foul pa, goaltending pa.
The free throw off from McGee.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergoing, guys, outstanding.
Layo eh.
He's been in the right situation. He's been very effective.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to getting the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time. Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense.
Parang ang Bulls medyo malakas na kayo.
Dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but
Meron tatlo akong nakita doon na bago na yung mga may pangalan. Si Crowder, si Godala, meron pa isa. Sa tatlo yung nakita akong bago doon na may pangalan. Ang galaw.
and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
He's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
From deep three-point range, Dudley, no luck. For Houston, they've gone 4-7 for the field since the beginning of the fourth. McLemore, the pass to Chandler. Well, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches
nakapasok lahat ng player ng Lakers, walang hindi
what
nakapasok.
adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize.
Clark, do you think there's any video tape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology, if you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right. I do know officials do that too in their locker room at halftime.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in there about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what did. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
Bumangga sa katawan eh.
Tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
Hello kuya, kamusta? Tara dito.
Season series between these two, the victory here tonight will push that record to 2-1
Lakas ng Lakers,
with one left
kuya.
to play against the
Sobra.
Rockets.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game
Counted.
for LeBron.
Alimaw si Cabron.
Dream of where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Hindi kaya ng Rockets. Wala na pala si Capela dito. Lakas si Lebron, Davis, Maggie.
That's good from Cook. And so Cook nails both of them.
Shout out dyan sa 3 million.
And it's the Rockets with the ball.
Nauna na eh.
7-second difference, shot and game clock.
Ano, sabi.
Yeah, wala.
Boom! Bumuhay mo, malit pa nakakuha. Nauna.
Most of their opportunities looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Pass to Chandler.
Pal-pal to, tingnan mo.
Back to Sefolosha. On deep.
Umalis.
It's hauled in by
Yan, lakas ni Kuan mag-rebound eh.
Here's Kuzma. Got it. Good job.
Yeah!
And it's just competing. You know,
Guys,
giving
kumuna to.
your best when it matters most.
Shout out dyan sa 3 million natitira.
In their view, a huge injection of
Hindi
energy.
kayang
Great run to finish it off.
Lakers. Palit tayo kay ano? Kay Leonard.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for Clark.
Gusto ka dyan, kuya.
Anthony.
Yan, shoutout dyan sa taga-Qatar.
Yan, tingnan muna. Andiyan pala si Curry oh.
Saan?
Yung Curry na kapatid
Oh,
ni
saan ka rin?
Porchingis oh. Malakas pala itong Dallas.
Nasa OKC na pala sila.
Dito na si buhay na si Durant dito.
Ito tayo kay Lillard. Kay Lillard.
Orleans, ayaw ko dito. Bro, Houston.
I've been around the world, it felt great. My brother Yannick told me keep it 25-8. If you love you, don't you worry about the hate. Gets real when you start to make plays. That's just the way, and that's just the way, and that's just the way it goes.
Ha? Wait na ha.
Ano pala to? Lillard pala to. Lillard pala gusto ko si...
I'm really in a cut load. I've been working 24/7, no flinch. Ride around the city, ghost ride in a whip. Right now, couldn't get what it is.
Sleepers ba yun?
Right
Si
now, I
ano?
be hearing new to sing. Right now, got me thinking it just really it. Just a young black man trying to piece to the puzzle. Listen, man. I cut the put the muzzle on it quick. What you really think it is? I ain't gonna lie.
Si Durant to? Durant yan, Brooklyn.
Tingnan ko muna si Idol Irving. Yan o, tikumpo.
Kuan pala to. Team
Yan, dream team eh.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matches. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to DA. Well, all right, thanks, DA. And here's a look at some numbers for Morris.
And it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that
Laki din itong
all
alin na
players
to.
go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the starting
Kumain na. Nice, so back.
four with Allen at center. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Irving and Silver in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers,
Init agad
Paul
si Subak
George is
eh.
out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center position. Now, here is Irving. After the miss from KD. And there's the call on Patrick
Sama
Beverly.
ng tingin ni Irving eh.
That's his first foul. Here's KD. A shake.
Oh,
Knocks
go!
it up and lays it in.
Dalawa, humabay.
In the season doors, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing
George,
more beneficial to a
relax.
young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part
Yay!
of your
Hindi ko
future.
natalon ng
For
goal.
us, the fans and people that cover the league get a
Magaling.
glimpse of the future of these teams, what these individual players to be like. Beverly, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Nice,
Setting
Beverly.
the tone with an aggressive move.
Iwanan niya si Irving.
And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here on free throw coming up.
Do you not love that by any means necessary attitude from Jared Allen, able to finish through the contact?
And the Clippers making a change here.
Leonard yan.
This is checked in.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? KD against Morris. And it's good. 2 points. And it's 6 points for KD.
Talk about hitting the ground running, 4 for 5 to start.
Leonard on the wing.
Kaya-kaya yan ni Leonard.
Of the game. First quarter basketball. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Lights out here. Right out
Problema
of the
pag
gate.
nagpahinga to ngayong tatlong to.
From the floor.
Now Irving, averaging around 27.5 points.
Ay, hindi inaabot ng pangalawang
This is one
talon
of
eh.
the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Williams scanning the floor. Near the 3-point line, it's Morris.
Boom!
And the Clippers getting another
Dos
bucket
lang.
right there. For the
Hindi
Los Angeles
nakaatras.
Clippers, they coming off a good outing against the Warriors.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look
Dinamo.
so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
And it's out of bounds. They said it was last
Okay.
touched by Durant.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on
Yan,
that
tinanggal na si
pass
Subak.
and tip it out.
And
Medyo
offensively,
mabagal.
a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Back to Harrell. On the wing, Morris.
Bakit doon?
5 on the clock. The kick out to Williams. Launches a 3. Murray with the rebound.
Excellent defense there, but he has to be smarter and a bit more patient.
And even after the Achilles tear for Durant in the 2019 finals, he got a huge contract after he opted out.
Most teams felt they were willing to pay him what
Nice!
he had for
Oh, walang pause!
as the Nets gave him a 4-year max money deal.
Patay na si Durant.
The way as he changed his number.
Iniwan ni
to
George eh.
7.
Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is gets his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Paul George. Then for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Torian Prince comes in for Karis LeVert, and Joe Harris is subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
It really has been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points in close range.
Now here's Williams. After the miss from KD, that one falls.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup, nicely done.
Harris finds KD. The baseline change. Green with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7-9 from the field. A really nice start offensively.
Nice! Umabot si Duran!
Yes, on time and on target.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Wilson Chandler's checked in for the Nets. The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the night.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season. And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell. When he's on the floor, great on the glass, and he just plays with such a big
Saan yung center na isa?
Just tremendous execution right there. DJ
Kakagulo
feeling
sila.
out the defense and doing damage inside.
Here's Jackson. And the
Nice!
And they repeatedly flipped inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, in so many ways.
Green?
What terrific.
Bagong green to ah.
Di as Draymond Green yan.
Ha?
First Draymond Green yata yun eh.
When the ball goes up.
Hindi.
Ito mo yung mukha.
Jackson against Dinwiddie. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And it's the Clippers' ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Pass to Shamet. There's the dish to Hill.
Counted!
And one knocked down the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. A superstar summer break for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Greg, they have two elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit.
Foul.
Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He brought another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Now here's Chandler.
Ayan, nawala si...
The game hit for him.
Buti na lang.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive play.
And there's the call.
Tutulak pa eh.
That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Clippers shooting their fourth and fifth shots.
Hindi nga si Green na kuhan, iba?
Parang yung mukha yun.
2 shots. The first free throw is good. Good on both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to
Apat,
the
ang
line.
dami ng Green na players. Foul na naman si Jack.
The Nets have shot just one free throw, missing that one early.
And in terms of team, the free throw percentage
Bonus
is
na?
right at 74.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie.
Spencer Dinwiddie, one of those players that seems to have improved with every passing season, and his numbers back that up. This guy just keeps getting better.
And he makes both free throws. Here's Jackson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State. And here it is for him.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility.
And so it's Los Angeles in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter.
Los
They've done a phenomenal
Angeles.
job down low.
Clay
So many of their points coming right
Shout out dyan sa 300 million viewers.
And this team has shown their toughness.
Meron talagang
separate us is how close we are. And
They certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Yan! By Gatorade, the team is on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter.
Buti pinasa pa. Dito may pasa yan. Beverly.
That's Kyrie Irving, then it's Jordan. And it's all bound to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
Bilis ni Prince.
Shamet the pass to Beverly. He dishes it to Harold. Launches it. And that one too.
Nice! Boom!
Got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure sport, great shoot, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of
Sige, mamatay ka.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time six-man award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's great in pick and roll.
Paul George.
He has become a better playmaker.
Yan, liit talo, Beverly.
He's a problem to guard.
And as people say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
Yung makaka-antay Durant
With a long hang on the rim.
Lumabas si Leonard eh.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Here's George.
Wala talaga si George ngayon.
The mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder should he have moved it just one pass forward.
Bilis si Durant, oy.
For the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle,
some urgency from him there. Sure. And the wide open shot from Lawrence. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Bilis ni Durant.
To respect the three-point shooting ability of Marcus Morris. He understands now he's got to take that shot.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The three-time sixth man of the year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, I can't shoot straight up.
Uya, lintik ni si Paul George siya.
It's weird, but it's something I've developed. Fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space.
Counted.
Kevin, even well
Iya, counted ba yun?
Will still does it as well as anybody.
Aywa.
Totally agree, David. He is always done.
Iya, counted pa yun. Paano na po pinal ko na sa ilalim.
Years of scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, Katie doesn't really get a lot of
ayaw pa sumalaksak.
But he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most overrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job.
Oh, simple ka, George. Kanina ka pa. Bullshit ka.
We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Ayan, ito magbantay dyan. Oh, yan.
Shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. And on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And with the signing of Durant and Irving, along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the man of the top team in New York.
Listen, they were already the better team a
Beverly
season ago
sumablay.
after stealing the Knicks' thunder and
wala talaga.
acquiring the superstar talent. They're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets.
Well, this is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled at realizing how to give his teammates an open look.
Pasok
Los
Leonard.
Angeles leading by 5. On the way, Morris lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky.
And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Irving. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Jordan gets theirs. Now the pass to LeVert. Back to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Pulls it from the elbow.
Oh, kanina pa.
Allen
Tagal lang time eh.
and so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. For Brooklyn, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And here's Harris from the arc. A 3-pointer right on target. Harris has got his first 3 points of the game.
One thing I love about Joe Harris is he's now become confident in catch-and-shoot situations. He wants to be assertive.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And team strategy
So back.
closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in.
And now let's take a look at Kawhi Leonard. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable. 12th in scoring, and he's as opportunistic as anybody offensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
One of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think.
Remains one of the best rebounders in the NBA. His ability to dominate the glass and get you extra possessions, just a thing of beauty.
Lang yung center yan humiga eh.
Is as strong as ever doors, but what about the rim protection?
Well, I think obviously DeAndre's block totals aren't what they used to be when he was turning away 2 shots a game.
Yeah.
But there's more to
Ano ba yan,
defense than
George?
just blocking shots, and Jordan remains
Ikaw parang
a
pinibigyan
plus.
lagi ang... Ay, sayang.
Paul George unable to get his shot to
Late
go.
yan. Late yan eh.
Good on that shot. With that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to
Jordan,
just
William.
1 on the bucket from Jordan.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Now, here's George.
Yan, Leonard.
He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy as a playmaker was a driving force for that offense.
And here is Allen. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Allen passes to Dinwiddie. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Allen shot is off.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
There's a rhythm with which Paul George plays the game of basketball. That pace is so important.
Here's LeVert. Paul George making his last shot
Ay,
from down.
was, napasa pa oh.
That one's good. Allen's got his
Kita
second
ko na
bucket
eh.
of the game to go.
And they're
Napasa
forcing
pa
the
yun.
ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Williams finds Leonard. And here's Morris for 3. Allen with the
Shit,
rebound.
siguro silang taas na.
Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness
Nice
to draw the
pass.
contact on the.
Well, you have to talk about DJ's agility. This guy loves flashing that athleticism and speed.
Leonard with no one around. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers ahead, leading by just 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Dalawang oras na kami sa mga kami.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. From the get-go, it was the Clippers who came out strong. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some entertaining defensive and offensive play. That's all for now.
halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
We got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Beverly. And it's George at the two-guard spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
Okay, Kevin Durant scanning the floor, looking for opportunities. Make your teammates feel good. Nice.
Back to Morris. Fires for three. That ball has speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Nets trail by 3.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Norris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most popular franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers. These are two of the historically dilapidated teams no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
Durant dishes to Allen. Dinwiddie passes to Durant. It's LeVert on the wing. For the lead. Another one falls.
Well, we know he's got takeover ability. Kevin Durant is cooking right now.
Morris into the lane. By Allen. Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Durant deciding where to go with it. The kick out to Irving. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game.
They tried to stay focused.
George. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
Sure does. So for the Clippers, Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Green comes in for Morris, and Landry Shamet subbed in for George. And then for Brooklyn, Chandler comes in for Allen. And it's Prince in for LeVert. Chandler, no good.
All alone from mid-range. They know they won't miss many of those.
Durant down low. Headed by Green. Kicks it out to Prince. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Here's Beverly. The shot will not fall. Nice there from Irving. Dinwiddie finds Durant. Back to Dinwiddie.
Patay na walang tao si Dinwiddie. Na-double team si
6
Durant.
points for Spencer Dinwiddie. Doris, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA? Damian Lillard, his fan base and organization, and his one bad man.
These defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
A 3 from Leonard.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense. Look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because if you start toning down that kind of look, that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
You gotta love his hustle, leading the defense in no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Here's KD. Good on James. 1:51 left in the third quarter of the game. jam it on the wing.
Palpal, wala.
And another.
Wow! Woo! Roll over!
Here's
Ay, bilis talaga ni Durant.
the jam.
Meron dito kay
If
Durant.
you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
A different look for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Patrick Beverly, and it's Jackson in for Green. The Nets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Wilson Chen. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Oh, he deflects off the backboard. Outside Jackson, and Leonard has it in the corner. And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:22 left in the third.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
That's a foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Brooklyn with the ball. 4-point game. Outside, KD. The feed to Jordan. Over Harrell. Jordan can't get it to go.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kevin Durant.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. They trail by 6. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road.
George!
And that one's good. George.
They have been relentless from deep, and you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Pass to Harris. Nobody near Irving. And again,
pick up the pace, get the 2 for 1 here.
Well, you want efficiency and quality shots in this situation. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Palpal ka, Irving. Nagdudumi ka lang.
Clippers leading by 9.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter.
3-pointer yan. Shoot. Center na 3-pointer.
Such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
With 4 seconds on the
Ay, yan, nauna.
and then Durant with the jam.
Ganda eh.
Well, you want to try to stay between Kevin Durant and the basket because he will throw it
Yun. Tek na nakapasok din ang
So
George.
it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one.
Shoutout dyan sa 2 milyon.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game?
Parang si Rod yan saka si Jonathan.
Deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. With the pass right on the money.
Greg, he's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Setting the floor for the Nets. Jared Allen is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Hayes.
Nilintik sa kanya ang ribbon.
And it's Irving at the 1.
They should continue to get the ball inside.
Nice, Jackson.
And there is no better way.
Di ba naman mo?
In that third GA, especially when the slam is coming from
Pagod daw siya.
That's be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Nice.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores.
Nice, George.
Paul George just putting on a show right now. He's been around
Putting the show right now.
Williams with the ball, picked up by Harris. George.
Sumabay ka kay George. Libert.
Williams has got 4 assists now tonight.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher. A coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Sus, dalawa.
Shot with that, the Los Angeles Lakers cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Harris. Morris dishes to Jackson. Back to Morris, and it's Harrell at the elbow. Williams for 3. Allen with the rebound.
Oh,
Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. Irving kicks to Harris. The Nets working the ball around now. Over Morris.
wala.
The offensive rebound. And
Yamat, unlucky ni Jordan eh.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr.
Yan,
Jordan.
no?
We see you working out there.
Pinugutan sa tuktok.
Los Angeles leading by 10. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard, he's checked in for Williams. And the Nets also making a change. Durant's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Feeds it to Leonard. George with no one around. Los
So,
Angeles with another miss.
patay tayo dyan, no one around.
They're gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Durant
hindi
gets it to go with the
inabot.
assist by Irving. Irving's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
Talo sa
It takes
rebound.
for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
But tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter, that was beautiful.
Harris.
Content mo, wag! Shit, kanila pa rin ang rebound.
Well, you can't bail Joe Harris out. That pump fake, you gotta stay down.
And he can't get the first one.
The 33rd pick in 2014 out of the University of Virginia. Boy, has Joe Harris found his niche the last couple of seasons as a
Yan.
Jedi.
Siya na nga yung sumunod, siya pa yung...
Checked in for Brooklyn. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Passes it to Shannon. In the corner, George with it. Sinks it. He's got 7 points for the quarter. And Doris more recent. We've seen Harris's offensive efficiency go through the roof.
It really has, Kevin. It's not just his long range shots.
Ayaw, talaga itong durog na to eh, grabe!
Attacking off the closeout because they're going to take away that three-point shooting. He's got to be able to do both, and he's proven he's willing to.
And the foul called on Jared Allen. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's the Clippers with the ball.
Yeah, si George walang tao, yeah! Woo! Shit, di ko nabasa agad eh.
Up top, Leonard.
It's pretty early to be over the limit. That kind of situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
Ginagangrip mo na eh.
Hindi sila nagpapulos. Kawhi Leonard. At the line for 2.
Bilis.
Well, free throw drops for Leonard.
We are looking at the MVP of the 2014 finals. Can we remember that in that series,
Tampo.
Kawhi Leonard shot
Defense
60%
lang.
and he guarded LeBron James?
And the foul is
Yun, oy, suntokin mo eh. Budaw eh.
Dinwiddie against Leonard. Dinwiddie, Irving, Buckree.
Shoot mo naman, Irving. Yun. Nakashoot na yung basurero, oh. First time mo.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the
Huwag lang palitan mo na yung kongo. Line up. Green. Subak.
Jordan player of the game, Paul George.
He's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field, and a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
Coming into this
Patay
game,
ka, Leonard. Woo!
but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Now let's go to the sideline
Ayan.
and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Good.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to
Kita,
hear what Doc
buti na lang.
Rivers said to his team. He told them, this is a game of runs, it's a game of momentum.
Nice, George!
I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. It was such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst. Breaking news.
Shout out dyan.
So much in your life, personally, professionally.
Sa mga gising pa.
Young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career.
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players.
Yan, huwag kang tumalon. Relax.
From the time I entered
Yan na si Leonard.
this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I've seen you work. I've seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder.
Yeah. Yan, rebound.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a
George.
bad
Ay,
idea
yeah, kay
to
George.
give themselves a little bit of a break.
Kanina pa dapat kay George eh.
Irving against Leonard. Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. Here's KD.
Oh, palpal. Woohoo!
Here's Leonard.
Sumabay kay Irving.
Leonard's got 16 in the second half.
And this is going to end in a lopsided
Naabutan
victory.
ka rin,
I love
Durant
the
ka.
tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close.
Yeah,
You
ayun
gotta give
pala,
them here
shooter.
for the Clippers.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate
Ay, si
out there.
Leonard.
Stop
Oh.
the hot shooter.
Yun.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a
Ang
2-game
liit niyan eh.
season series, and they'll be going to the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kawhi Leonard.
He was
Pa.
everywhere.
Ay, guys. Woohoo!
The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Pass break na.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. And again,
Oh.
the Clippers from deep.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the
Ayun
killer
na,
instinct
namumula na si
take
George.
And you want to save your best for last.
Ah, rebound,
Tonight
huh?
they've done that and then some. I know he wants
Leonard.
to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his
Nice.
judgment. He's got to find the best shot.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a
Yeah. Siguro nabagal to eh.
option whenever they need it.
Woo!
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy. They won this game going away.
Shout out dyan.
Good job, thanks so much.
So, gising pa.
Thanks, folks, for our broadcast.
Gumising na kayo.
George Burke and David Aldridge. This
Dami pang bakit.
to you tonight from the American Airlines Arena with a look high above here in Miami.
Shout out dyan sa
Good evening
Miami.
and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche la NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you.
The Bucks took a massive leap.
The feeling, no doubt, mutual. Thanks, DA. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Lopez.
And maybe it's shocking, but maybe not too shocking, but the scoring
Ito
trend
na
over the
muna,
last few
ito
years
muna.
has been going down a bit. And I'm sure it's something he's well aware of. And we'll see
Aliti ko po kayo?
to be the case.
Ikaw si Aliti ko po. Akin o ka na akin. Ano ba to?
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And it's Lopez in at the 5.
Ewan ko ano tong team sa akin. Kalimutan ko, Bulls.
is out there with Jones. Then there's Jimmy Butler.
Yes,
Then it's
pick
Jay
abuso
Crowder.
agad eh.
And it's Iguodala in at the 1 We know players are getting more nights off
Yeah.
around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the
Boom! Nasaan driver at mo?
Bolang-bola eh.
He didn't want them to play when they were injured.
Wow!
And then at the end of the season,
Ganda!
usually you look and say, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever
Wow.
he's locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off.
Wow!
And I
Ganda!
don't remember during game 20, game 30, where guys started to
Yeah,
get
si Rod
nights
lang
off.
atang magpapaiyak sa akin eh.
shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender who has no hesitation.
Iguodala, tira na realistic ka.
A pretty good combination, whether an Achilles tear
Five.
back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Pass break. Bilis.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. 4-point game. And they
Nice.
pick up 2.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Find the right matchup.
The Bucks working
Nice
the ball
pass.
around. They're running.
Crowder. Nice! Hindi naabot.
Jay Crowder over-
Maliit yun, Brad. Si Bledsoe yun eh.
With great power and body control.
Matthews dishes to Middleton.
Ito na.
And the
Pa-
dunk by Giannis.
No mats ako dito pag si Giannis na.
Always talking about excellent bounce pass.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul.
Ano to?
May ginagawa ako.
Yeah.
Here's Adebayo. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
Even though he got fouled, Eli, he never lost any of his aggressiveness. He kept making free throws, and in the process, really frustrated the D.
Butler finds Crowder. And the 3 off
Ang
target.
inalitik ko po talaga. Parang asmong
Looking
eh.
at the last game for
Paulin
Milwaukee,
na
it's a
natin yan
loss to
habang.
the Celtics. And the jump
Yeah!
Hand slam just looks so
Buset,
pretty.
kahit pinapaul ko na, ayaw pa rin ni Paul eh.
And he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even at a power finish.
Oh
Lopez
my
with the
God
steal.
ka.
Ayun na!
The fast break, Matthews with the ball, and he gets it to go.
Yalintik,
And
tambakol.
that's now 6 points for Giannis.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect
Woo!
from the floor. Just the one
Oh,
miss
Yep.
putang
in the first 5
Ah,
minutes.
inabot
Talk
pa.
about players who can just be vicious to the rim.
Si
Derrick
Lopez.
Jones is on that list.
Yes, he can dunk the ball with so much force. You feel the building shake. So scared when he's coming down the paint to catch a
Wala
pass because of his insane leaping ability.
Wala.
And so Jones nails both of them.
Angkat lang, relax lang.
We're just
Maintain.
about 2 minutes into the
Foul
first
natin
quarter.
agad yan si Litikong Cook.
Here's Giannis.
Yawa talaga oh.
It's an end.
Diretso-diretso eh, hindi nahaharangan.
To the rack with power, hammering down the two-hand slam. Poked loose. Iguodala, the pass to Jones.
Uli!
Ano ba yan?
And it's Iguodala picking him up. Here's Giannis. Oh,
Ah,
yes, he
shit.
did.
Di madala sa...
Down for him so far.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Max out na tayo. Kailangan natin yan.
Where to go with him. Down low.
Nice.
That falls. Nice scoop.
Teknika natin kasi hindi tayo mananalo dito ng
Just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
mabilisan. Oh,
Here's Giannis. Yes.
yawa talaga yung Giannis na yan eh.
I
don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Diyan ka kaya dito. Kontak mo naman sa amin. Oo, dati rin ka naman yan. Go to mami, go to mami, go to mami. Sandra! Pag-iis mo ko po, anak.
Yeah. Walang ibang pambantay eh.
Bumaba na yung viewers ko.
Oh no!
Let's now go to the 2K leaderboard to look at the teams that
nagalisan
specialize
na
in
naman sila.
intimidation. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. In the third spot, the Bucks.
I mean, terrific rim
Oh,
protection.
no.
I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues.
Ano? Car. Thank you. Welcome. Ano ba to? Rep! Yalintik ka, Rep! Uy! Rep! Suntukin kita, Rep! Uy! Rep! Ama! Ayaw bigay eh! Rep! Rep! Busit Repo! Yeah.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Where you always have confidence that
Lintik si
the
referee eh.
organization is at the top.
Bayaran siguro yun.
9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
Bledsoe, Middleton, Matthew, Lopez.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for about 8 in steals. And he's in the top
Oh, no.
assists per game.
Oh,
His
no.
talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble.
Ay, lumabas pa.
You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career. Most
Ang
people
bilis
just
ni...
looking to accomplish
Ano
one
na paano?
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's
Nauna yung huli yung tumakbo.
understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
Here's Nunn. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt. And first quarter, about 3.5 minutes in. Bledsoe dishes to Antetokounmpo.
Yung puta, ito kumpo yan eh.
And they have owned the paint
Bilis.
so far, and the score reflects it. I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Bledsoe with outguarded by Crowder. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. And slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And what a way to start this game, dominating
Sinundan na nga oh.
of the floor. They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Ah, wala pa si Crowder.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
There's the triple.
Mati na yan.
They get the rebound.
Yeah!
Can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Siguro pwedeng kumarseto ang Lakers start. Bilis eh.
There's a minute 34 left here in the opening quarter. Back to Crowder. Three-pointer. And it's Butler missing.
And you can tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Counted mo.
Close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's
Try
game.
ko yan. Sige na.
The Bucks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Nakakainis maglaro.
Yeah, halima si Antetokounmpo eh.
Free throw, good.
Para pwede kong bantayan to kay Durant.
Heat going with the whole new
Hindi,
group
kay
on the
Lebron.
floor. Big
Lebron
group
yan.
substitution here for Milwaukee. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Antetokounmpo.
Sirap na pala mga katao sa kanya.
He's checked in for Chris Middleton. And George Hill
Oh.
is subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Robinson,
Ah,
that's
yan.
Big tall point guard, Goran Dragic sees the entire floor. Terrific look.
Hill passes to DiVincenzo. And Ilyasova kicks to Hill. Carries the long range.
Umiilaw pa.
Already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to
Parang
this.
pinag-aralan natin ito ni Ron na. Diretso, Dragic.
Dragic against Hill. Leonard the pass to Hero.
Ay, sila na ba?
Dragic gets the bucket.
That's a strong
Kape.
move right down there in the paint. Something you see a lot from Goran Dragic.
43 seconds left to play in
Pinanggal
the
na
first
yata si
quarter.
ano. Nagtikom ko.
Abuso daw eh.
It's Matthews on the wing. Here's DiVincenzo. Guarded by Robinson.
Yeah. Ang
8
bilis!
points for Wesley Matthews.
They should continue
Parang
to get the
nadulas
ball
lang eh.
inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Hero.
Hey!
Downtown. Off to a good start. He gets his first shot.
Superhero!
Rafael!
20 seconds left to play here in the first. There's the pass to Lopez. Shoots over
Oh!
Olynyk.
Yan, Olynyk.
He goes up
Pasa
strong,
ulit kay
but
Hero.
he's met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Liit niyan, Robinson. Kaya-kaya.
3 seconds left. Again, the
Wow!
And here's Hill for 3. And the last second, 10 is not going for it. And so it's Milwaukee.
Excuse me.
The trade deadline is approaching. Jimmy Butler talked about how it
Kaya wala kang ginawa. Hayop ka. Puro sablay. Buti pa to si Hero.
That's Jimmy's mindset, Gray, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
Uyawa si Leonard Agawan.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina.
Bagal man ito si Robinson. Ano meron?
Exciting. And for the Bucks here, they've been putting a show on
Ay, no.
guys.
Control the lock.
Great job of just running the offense. Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups.
Atin na rebound.
Execution is there.
Then it's Olynyk. Then it's Dragic. And it's Hero in the shooting guard. That's the group of the 4 for Miami. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Olbermann.
Ulinik dapat yun.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time
Dragic.
We all know
Mahabol pa.
he's one of the league's
Huwag
best.
na ipasok si Lecompo ha.
He had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton
Bakit sa likod?
Gumawa ng space. Tinulak ng ano sa gilid eh.
team player and a complete player.
Ay, putik.
Playing for nothing else
Yan.
to win.
Oh!
And well deserved.
Masil-masil din daw pag may time.
Well, when you watch Goran Dragic play, you can tell the precision that he has with his
Oh!
movement and footwork.
Yung dalawa kayo.
Great as his game is, he has a bit of edge to him.
Bilis ng bawi ni Ron.
Fiery player.
Foul. Yalintik eh. Papatayin no player ko eh.
And Spenny, as you alluded to, with Dragic, he's gotten in more confrontations than you would think.
He's a scrapper, does whatever it takes to win. Reminds me of a little bit of
Hello,
John Stockton with that mentality. But that's exactly the kind of
Crab
mindset you
mentality.
want from your league guard.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now.
Time out?
Williams is checked in for Lopez, and it's Korver in for Hill. Timeout called the Bucks. They couldn't put the
Alam,
pieces
di ko
together
makita.
using that
Ito.
last
Yung
match
si
under
Corbin,
Boston.
ano pa rin yung jersey niyo? Kapag pa rin.
Leonard. Gudala yan. Pwede rin Butler. Gudala. Yan na, pwede na eh. Hayop si Kompo-Kompo eh. Pumasok na naman. Pero malaki pa percentage si Lopez oh.
Oh.
Both teams will make substitutions. And now let's check out the league's leading rebounders. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Third is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important
Posible.
part of the
Yeah, grabe.
continuing to attack.
Posible
despite
na eh.
being up big.
Lumulutang
I'm
eh.
impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused.
Oh,
and
agaw
they
pa.
executed.
My God.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
Oh, palpal! Oh!
Careening off the glass.
Palpal na ulit! Ayaw!
Again and again.
Palpal na ito! Yeah, tatlong easy!
Here comes Iguodala. Beat the break.
Yan! Layo na!
Busit ka! Abuso ka! Abuso ka! Yeah! Yeah!
Dapat pala pinasok.
Buti wala sila kumpo doon sa gitna.
He'll bring it up for the Bucks. 17 points.
Oh, kahit tumalon yung na... Iyalintik eh.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Bawi tayo kay... Ay, yeah. Wala. Ang bagal.
Leonard finds Iguodala.
Counting!
He's on the call with the foul. And Steve, over the last half decade, Iguodala has been a force on the bench.
People get so worried about who starts a game. Who finishes a game is more important. Crunch time,
Yeah, sumablay
you
pa.
can always count on Iguodala. He's such a smart player. Comes through, and it matters.
And it's Connaughton missing.
Pass break, bilis!
Great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Napa!
That's why Iggy's teammates love him. He's
Ano,
always
dumaan lang
looking
sila ito kong po, Brad.
Bucks leading by 8. Giannis gets to Middleton. Lets it go
Wala.
from the wing.
Rebound.
It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Iguodala, bilis.
That's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking
Balik
the
ko kay
shot.
Iguodala.
Butler passes to Leonard.
Yeah, tatlo, grabe. Busit.
Giannis pa.
For 3.
Rebound.
Middleton. Milwaukee.
Busit talaga yung Giannis na yan. Ang bilis, oh.
And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. So both teams changing it up here.
Crowder.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Giannis right side.
Oh, kanapiki na naman ako eh. Nakatalon lang eh.
To the rim than that.
Oh,
Oh,
putse.
you're right. With the
Sakto yung
lead
talon
they're
ko eh.
enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. None passes to
Iguodala.
Tatay, may
Boom.
After getting the offensive juices flowing, just a confident
Yan,
player
labas mo
likes
yan,
taking
Iguodala.
those type of shots.
Butler against Middleton.
Oh, yati. Ang layo na nga niya doon siya pa.
Trying to get open as well.
Ito talaga, hindi makatalon.
Antetokounmpo's got 8 here in the quarter.
Sino
And
na?
at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And the Heat call time here. Smitty, lately we're seeing more deep three-pointers than ever before.
Wala ibang pambantay eh.
Step out to that 35-foot mark.
Hey, Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my era shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
And Miami making a change here. Heroes checked in. Matthews, he's checked in for the Bucks. And it's Giannis missing. The Heat trail by 6. Here's Iguodala. He goes up again. And you know
Oh, goaltending na.
guys, that's a free basket.
Yes, goaltending.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And the whistle blow. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. 1:27 left here in the second. Here's Giannis.
Counting.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He's going to be on Jake Crowder.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
Miami's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on 3-pointers. Outside Butler.
Oh.
Matthews with the steal. Here's Bledsoe.
Alam ko nasa likod siya.
Ay, ay.
Pushing the action, getting others involved.
Kita
He
pa.
does it time and time again. You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Ay, ay. Ganda na dapat na
Milwaukee
piki.
leading by 8. And That's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the
Si Kwan eh.
LeBron
Flyer
James'
na eh.
seventh and eighth free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they have yet to miss a shot on the line here this quarter.
Miami's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Lopez with the steal.
Ay!
And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break.
Yan, sumablay na. Happy na to. Wala na siya.
Really flowing here. Shots good by Hero.
This is the shot you want to get him, an open look from range.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Antetokounmpo against Crowder. For three, Bledsoe. Good in the assist.
Puta, hindi naabot ni Godala.
Bledsoe's got 5 points now this quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working. How
Digdig!
often do we see this these days?
Digdig ulit! Ah, busit na sila kung pumunta. Huling-huli na eh, umahabol pa.
They made 5 out of 6. First free throw is good. Both shots good from the strike. Hill deciding where to go with it. He kicks it to Williams. Open jump shot off the mark.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense.
Wow! Wow!
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Sakto-sakto sa screen mo yun, no?
It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 28 points, 2 assists, and 1 block.
Yan, patong-patong
Let's
eh.
get your take on
Asimbol eh.
Well, the Greek freak, he said it's low-key.
Kaya
So
ano?
first half.
Ilang tripod yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 siya.
And that'll do it for our halftime.
Wow! Meron yun, gano'n na, adjust mo lang. Ganun-ganun pa yun.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
The Heat trail by 8, and Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Matthews and Middleton.
Ano ba yan?
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the point.
Patay na.
3-point range.
There was a hole in
Sinabayan
the
na nga.
defense, and the offense did a brilliant job to get an easy bucket out of it.
It's Jones on the way. This is a Hero. From deep 3-point range, goes back up. And Adebayo with the win. Adebayo's got 6.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder.
Reason why? Lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Bledsoe dishes to Lopez.
Yung galing sa gilid, pinadaan agad eh.
Lopez got his second basket of the night.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low. And
Hindi
this
pala
is
yun.
what you
Oh,
like
layo.
about his perimeter D. Never gave up a challenge.
Patay na.
Some guys, they just melted in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Outside, Jones has to Silver from outside the
Yeah.
arc. They'll get another chance. Olynyk climbs Adebayo. That one good for 2. He's got 8.
Remember, he played the point guard position for most of high school, so Olynyk has retained that vision.
And Bam Adebayo, he just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Ah, mo!
He is ferocious.
Grabe, bilis!
Of the floor, great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
Jones, no one around him. Connects from three-point range. And so it's Milwaukee now. Now Bledsoe, 8 points for him. Loads it up for Giannis. Value pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous
Sinabayan na yun, hindi pa naabot.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's foul number 2 for him. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Miami. Butler comes in for Derek Jones. The Bucks also changing it up. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez.
Puta, pamatay.
And comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Matthews.
excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Williams is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Marvin Williams. They're going to turn it over. They could While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on a fast break this season. In the third spot, the Bucks.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
Bucks leading by 14. Clock keeps going. 2 minutes of the second half now. And here we go. It's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Doon sa taas sinabol, no?
Or finesse. It doesn't matter.
The Bucks have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Adebayo against Lopez. Over Adebayo.
Iya! Titira pala yung
It's rare to see that, but Lopez shows some confidence knocking down the mid-range jumper.
Castro Winnick. From deep, Iguodala. Rebound by Williams. The Bucks have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime.
Wah, dalawa.
And it's Connaughton missing.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
And the Bucks with some changes. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Van Connaughton. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Timeout called the Heat. Defensively, Smitty, why do we see more full court press in college than we do in the NBA?
You know, the guards are better at the NBA level. And I think also your 5-man, usually a guy who can't bring it up, they're pretty good at the NBA level. Just overall, Kevin, the skill level at the NBA level is better at college, so you can't really trap guys and pick on one guy who's not as good.
Puta, si Crowder, walang kwenta tong hayop na to.
Myers Leonard comes in for a limit. And Jake Crowder is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. And here's Korver from the other. Doesn't go that time.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for the defense should have done more on that last play.
Shots good from Butler.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
1:36 left here in the third quarter. Korver, no luck. The Heat trail by 11. Here's Crowder.
Whoa!
No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And a foul called on Myers Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. It's deflected. Not loose. Here's Hero. He's got 6. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Kita mo talaga yung laro ng mga bangko guys sa kung ano. Walang pitik eh.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does break. Here's
Huli na.
DiVincenzo.
Yay.
Look at his stats. He's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Hero. No good with the triple. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
The struggle is real. He's really off with his shot all evening long.
It's got his
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
From deep. But they get it there. Hunter finds Butler. Here's Hero. Drills the three-pointer. Hero's got 9. 11 seconds left in the third. It's Matthews on the wing. Here's Giannis. And that one goes off. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Bucks lead by 2.
Dito mapapalaban ang Lakers. Marami malaki din to eh. Dalawang Lopez.
How about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
Oh.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a...
Shout out dyan sa 2 milyon nating nanonood. Sana ay pagpatuloy niyo lang yung suporta.
Come back in the works, or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Jones, Jake Crowder out there with Robinson. Then there's Dragic, and it's Nunn in at the 2 spot. It's the group on the 4 for Miami. Milwaukee leading by 12. Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Sisira rin eh.
To the rack with power, hammering down the 2-hand slam. And here's Dragic. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Here's Crowder.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. You want to see more of this.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Well, he had gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. Crowder from outside.
Wala talaga si Crowder. Hirap mong...
Middleton's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Grabe!
2 points.
Bilis! Diretso-diretso!
44.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The pass to Silver. Kicks to Crowder. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. Now the Bucks moving it up. Giannis with the ball.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. This is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Timeout called the Heat. You know, Steve, the 2018 rookie class really burst out onto the scene. What has impressed you most about that group?
I think a couple things, Kevin. First of all, they're very talented. They handle themselves extremely well off the court. But most of those guys were able to last through the rookie wall and play pretty much 75 to 82 games.
They really put their prints on their team, didn't they?
They did. A lot of those guys are leaders.
Here's Iguodala. Here's Adebayo. A rebound by the Bucks.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Friday, they'll host the New York Knicks. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, I think this squad has the confidence that they can play to their strengths against them. And even though they're going after the #1 team right now in our league, they feel they can get the W.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive, doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
The Heat trail by 15. Pass to Butler. Adebayo down low. Covered by Giannis.
Layo.
Iguodala no good.
Bakit dyan kayo pumpisto? Lalayo na.
Shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break. Shots good by Bledsoe.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Iguodala outside, fires for 3, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got assist number 5 here tonight.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
And the slam dunk
Iya. Lagi na lang wakon si Kumpo dun eh.
Stupendous alley-oop. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Miami Heat. They trail by 16. Takes it out to Iguodala. To the inside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And that one's good by Butler.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Outside Matthews. It's tipped. Lopez finds Giannis. The kick out to Matthews. Giannis right side. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Jones. And Jones slams it in.
Short pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. All time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight. Because once he scored, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
This was a big game for him. There's no denying that. Coming off a bunch of losses in a row. They turned again to break the streak, and he delivered in a big way. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do.
Ang liit niyan. Yeah, hinawakan talaga eh.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And that one falls for Jones. And so Jones nails both of them. And the Bucks with possession here. They led by as many as 18 points. Bledsoe against Iguodala.
Huli.
Pass to Antetokounmpo.
Ay, bullshit!
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making it GA look all too easy.
Pag hinamir na, parang wala nang kwenta yung haharap eh.
Outside Crowder.
Ayun, nakashoot din si Crowder.
Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Sayang yun, Iguodala.
It's Crowder on the wing. Lets it go with a 3.
Nice, Crowder. Yeah, 5.
Jake Crowder. He's been here before.
Pang fourth quarter ka lang pala.
Wasted no time on that one. Giannis has got 54 points.
I like this. I really do. He simply rises up and fires.
And an intentional foul right there. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Lintik ang ahay. Lintik si Kumpo eh.
Miami trailing. Now here's Iguodala. Butler from outside. Giannis with a nice D.
Sabi na.
105 5 left in the fourth quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's the first that stretches their lead to 8. The Heat making a switch here. Runs checked in. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. From deep, Giannis. Miami grabs the miss. That's the Heat on the break. It's slammed in by Jones.
Jimmy Butler is on it. Staying alert. Finds his man breaking free.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Grabe.
Giannis has got 57 points.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression. Even
did you see that? Superb vision and decision by Jake Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively flawless.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Wesley Matthews checked in for Milwaukee. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those.
Oy, wag, wag.
He's still able to
Sinter ka pala.
Left side, Jones. 9 feet out. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
So they foul intentionally. He drops the first one. That increases their lead to 6. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line.
Uy, lintik naman to. Nahuli pa. Alan. Dapat maka 3 points tayo dun eh.
And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Timeout call, the Heat.
Huh?
They're behind by 7. We've got 13 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
They are left picking up the remains of their game plan. Better luck next time.
Robinson for 3. Oh, that's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Yeah, ngayon si Kyle Korver nandyan pa pala eh.
Oo nga.
11 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Offensive rebound. Three-pointer. No good that time. Misses. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline.
Thanks,
All right,
Kevin.
Dave.
Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out of transition, trying to get defense stops. And everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
With the squad, only trust the family, I would do it for them all. Ride with the boss, ride with the soul. Ride with the run, what it calls. But I see all now nothing can hold me. She wanna roll with the squad, she on the phone with her moms. She wanna go and get lost, I told her go and get lost. I
I got some issues with trucks. I'm never giving up. I'm trying to show these boys how to move with the sauce, man. I'm giving it up. I got some issues with luck. They got some issues with us. Rockets be young with the sauce, we driving the clothes and they still on the bus. If we don't drive in that Uber, Kobe don't like a. They gotta walk with the movement and living and cut off the talking and doing. Straight West, I got no manners. These boys ain't got no answers. In the booth, on them getting jiggy on them, but I'm no dancer. Real gifted like I know Santa. Real, but I'm old. Real different, ain't got no talent. With the dog, so there's no telling. With the mall, so I don't sweat it. Got the swag, like I'm so jealous. Never chase me, I don't beg them. Never hate them. Let them rap so good, they told me how to slow it down. Get it. They been tripping on the rope. I see it. Jordan dipping when he barefoot. Yeah, with the squad. Only trust the family, I would for them all. Ride with the balls, fly with the sauce. Grind, take your time, what it costs. But I see all now nothing can hold me down. They been tripping on the rope. I see it. Shorty dipping when he barefoot.
everybody. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge. Well, you're right, D.A. It'll be scary. Thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee.
Yeah, nakakaalaman ito ngayon malalaki.
Matthews and Middleton, the two wings. As Bledsoe in at the point. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green is out there with Brett.
Yeah.
McGee in at the 5, rolling the paint.
Great instincts by Giannis, superb timing, and then he pounced on top of that miss.
And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across all stat categories.
Green.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young. I've seen multiple MVP seasons in his future.
Oh, shout!
With the steal. Here's Bledsoe, and Bledsoe with the stop.
Right now, staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And they don't want to get in the habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Giannis. The pass to Middleton.
Yan.
Matthews on the
Medyo.
wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Giannis. And there the
Yeah. Ang layo na ng kuan niya, talon niya.
Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting
Pal ka.
that gas pedal to
Davis. And he
Davis.
goes to Bucket. Now a 3-point play chance here for him.
true grit by Davis on the rebound. No one wants to get into that scrum with that fella.
Nice score, nice.
Boom. And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
Bledsoe finds Middleton. Here's Giannis. Got him with the bucket.
Nice fight.
Finish. Lakers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Green. Exchange shot, and LeBron with the nice from the inside.
Yeah, so 16 years into the league, is that explosiveness still there? The answer is yes, it is.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated to the middle.
Ay, wala. Naiwan na.
Giannis has got 6 points.
Uncovered
Nagugulo sila.
finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. It's pretty much not how they defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee.
Ay, huli.
Slams it in.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
Pass to Green. From deep. Gets the 3-point.
Boom.
6 points for him.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Natin na.
Very efficient, well-tuned offense for the Bucks. They drive, they kick, they get open threes. Second in the league. Also the biggest change.
Uwarte ka, litik ang ball. Litik ka.
From deep, Giannis. The Lakers with the rebound.
Yan, sige. Katikim ka na katapat mo.
Some changes for the Lakers. Howard comes in for JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Bradley. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
Yan.
Back to their offense, Brett. It all starts with Giannis.
Starts with Giannis, and that might have got them into trouble last year. They could maybe use another creator in a way where a guy can manufacture his own points. Who knows? Maybe that's growth within. Maybe that's Chris Middleton as he tries to improve his game, or Eric Bledsoe in some way. But the team does need a little bit more dynamism on the offensive end.
Now here's Rondo. Following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. No coverage.
Green.
So if I was baking up a lead, I'd have 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. The rules were different when they played Brent for example.
Isang Lopez naman pinasok, oh. Lupit ng dalawang Lopez na yan, lalaki.
Great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get
Akin
their
Howard
forearm
naman.
on you and basically move you
Ayan na
around
si Maggie.
rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other
Palpal.
thing that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw.
Kusma.
You have a 2.9 before in the legal defense. It used to be a game.
Puta, si Kusma ang gustong pasahan.
On the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled up in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league is played.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the
And the foul is called.
Tinanggal na yung mga player.
For some
Iba na to, hindi ko na... sige lang,
All I
relax
can
lang
think of
tayo.
is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Oh boy.
Oh!
That one on Davis.
Yeah.
Rookie year, Dante DiVincenzo spent some
Kakalabaw ka pa?
time in the NBA and some time in the G League. And Brett got plenty of chances to learn on the fly.
DiVincenzo getting 27 games last year with the Milwaukee Bucks and a lot of experience in the G League. That's going to pay off, Kevin, as he's going to find out where it is. But when he gets into the game, he's going to have the most confidence. Like we have a program for him, and he's sticking to it. He's ready to go.
Rondo against Hill. There's 1:17 left here in the first quarter. That's in.
Shit, dalawa na nga yung pinahabol ko para hindi...
Good use of recognizing space and getting to the mid-range from George Hill.
Passes it to Kuzma. Shoots from 12. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Patay na. Buti na lang.
So Los Angeles will take it the other way. On its way from Caldwell Pope for two. Again, Los Angeles.
Defensively, they've been a step slow
Yan,
here.
tira pa na yun. Nandun na si Davis eh.
Here's DiVincenzo.
Oh my God!
Again, missing Hill.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect.
And we've got an injury on the fourth. As always, guys, I don't like to see this.
Anong ginagawa mo?
Can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah. Ano nangyari doon?
Straight training, eat right, train right, but at the end of the day, it's pretty random.
And the Bucks with some
May
changes.
sinumpa eh.
Williams comes in for Ilyasova. And it's Korver in for Hill. The Lakers also changing it up. Morris comes in for Davis. And it's Alex Caruso in for Rajon Rondo.
Veterano yan.
Here's DiVincenzo.
Wala yan.
And again, the Bucks miss.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up in
Kusma.
that possession.
Nandito na si Colbu. Ay my God, mali.
Knock it down.
Here's Williams.
Patay, nakatira pa tuloy.
Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage floor.
Pasok ko.
Guys are trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Domination in the first quarter. It's rather a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Way you gotta say with the D, so it's Antetokounmpo.
It seems easy enough, right?
Whoa.
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with
Hey.
Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second.
Patay, sablay si
The
Caruso.
Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter.
Patay na.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Mark Williams is out there as Kyle Korver. Then there's Robin Lopez, and it's Connaughton in at the two-guard spot. Caruso, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Lakers passing it around.
Puta kay Caruso yun eh. Patay tayo dyan, nahahabol tayo sa kabangawan nyo.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teams.
Up top, Kuzma. Lopez covering. Kuzma gets the ball well poked.
Patay na yan.
It's the 3-point bomb. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points so far.
And defenses, beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
DiVincenzo from beyond
Yung
the arc and then
ta-3-pointer
some.
pala yung hype na yan.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the reigning MVP. He's the second Bucks player to win it since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Caruso.
And he's the third youngest MVP in NBA history. Kevin, he's just scratching the surface of what he'll do in this league.
You said it, DA, and some good facts in your report, too. Thank you. Now
Hindi
it's
tayo malit.
by Milwaukee.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Here's Antetokounmpo. 8 points for him. Moment here now for an injury report. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Ersan Ilyasova. David, what's the news there?
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with the Bucks head athletic trainer. He told me it's a sprained elbow. Now, they put some ice on it, and they're hoping that it doesn't have any inflammation. He won't return for this game, and depending on the final prognosis,
Bradley.
he may miss a number of games before making a return. But you're more
Yan.
as soon as I find out.
Tulak mo sila palayo lahat.
It's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the
Shit.
information they
Kakay
need to take
na
the best
bilis.
course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates.
Yan.
And with Howard, his presence was missed in the lineup last year due to
Yan,
injury.
sinuntok ko. Uppercut eh.
Once was, but he can still make a difference on the floor. That size and rebounding really hard to replace on a team by just one player.
Stolen by McGee.
Well, the instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
James outside. Stolen by Bledsoe. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Middleton. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job.
Two-hand jam.
Yumuko.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. They kick it out to Green from outside the arc, and the free ball is good. Green's got 12 points in the game.
This is bread and butter stuff here. If you're
Bread
tapping
and
trying to
butter
stop
daw
him, you
yan.
can't give him any space on a catch and shoot opportunity.
For three, Middleton. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. Los Angeles leading by 11.
Oh, yan lintik. Naagaw pa.
Davis sends it back.
Sa palpal ka.
Here's Giannis. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Slammed by Davis.
What vision by LeBron, always willing to give up the ball. They're just hitting a wide open teammate.
Bledsoe finds Middleton. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul.
Yeah.
And it's his first foul of the game. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Lakers. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Hill, he's checked in for Matthews. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around.
Oh shit, 3 points. Yeah.
Giannis has got 9 points now in the quarter. Rondo passes to Davis. From deep LeBron. That's in there. The assist. Davis has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Bucks trail by 11. Bounce pass from Bledsoe. Here's Giannis. Outside for Bledsoe.
Yalintik ka. Bakit walang tao si Bledsoe?
Eric Bledsoe connecting from there. When he's making that sort of stuff, you can see the confidence grow.
James fires from way outside. And another three for the Lakers.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo
Kadibis, bakit ka nagpunta dun sa
Huge night for
maliit?
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and
walang
athleticism
bantay,
is
shit.
going to be too much for any defensive scheme.
Yan, parehas na si Lebron tsaka si Lecompo, nag-iilaw, oh.
They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Patay na.
Hill. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Grabe.
Well, the jump shot continues to be a weapon that George Hill relies on to damage defenses.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe.
Game
That is his
dapat
first
din.
foul of the game. 15 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Patay, sumablay si Green, walang bantay.
Middleton against James. Middleton dishes to Antetokounmpo. Banked in off the
Shit.
box. Giannis has got 13 points in just this quarter.
Just all the physical advantages that Giannis
Yay! Diretso-diretso na dapat eh.
Oh, bakit?
The Lakers
Ano,
have
second
faced
free
their
ball pa lang
only
ah.
other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line, and he makes the first. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And both free throws good for LeBron.
Size and
Pareha sila ni Juan eh. James na kasi Lecompo eh.
is something to behold. And he just seems to be getting better and better. That is
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've got.
Shout out dyan sa...
It's time now to go.
Bakit walang makita na?
Over to David Aldridge from the sideline.
Wala nanonood?
Take it away.
Ante yung akin, bakit
Thanks,
wala?
Kevin, here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly.
Nanood ako eh.
Right
Bakit
back out
wala?
here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what you think?
The area where they impressed me the most.
Meron dun isa, pero dito wala, hindi na nakakita.
Just a matter of maintaining that edge, playing with that same kind of pressure.
Ha?
And over to Kenny.
Kinuha ko na, eh, binago ko.
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And that should do it. With
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. If you look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, too.
Dapat talaga nakaset yung ano eh.
Yung
kung kailan ka mag-ALS eh. Kasi ngayon si Ate Mitch ang mag-ALS. Tapos na pala yun.
parang wala, hindi kuan na wala yung tao.
Quarters in the books. Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent, something you're active in right now. And, there are some players who are playing for terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
There's no doubt about it that they're guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided.
Binarangan ng puwit eh.
He's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph to some degree.
Sige!
I love that sound. Davis competing in the All-Star Slam Dunk Contest. I give him a 48.
Bledsoe for three. And no good that time. Good D by Rondo.
And really credit their advantage on the backcourt. That's
Ay,
where the
Davis
league
naman.
has been built, and that's why they are in control.
To the paint. Here's Young.
Bakit andun na si Giannis sa loob?
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Shy!
James missing.
Defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim. Again, floor vision from Eric Bledsoe makes dishing that basketball look easy.
Patay ka.
And Matthews kicks to Bledsoe. All going up court. Finish off
Woo!
the break. Bledsoe's got 7.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
James, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Tipped away, but they recover it. Pass to James. Fires the three. And the foul called on Markieff Morris.
Iya, foul
That's
ako.
his first foul. Bucks trail by 4. Bledsoe kicks to Lopez. Back to Bledsoe. Outside Matthews. And it's Contavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Kuzma's checked in. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Lopez dishes to Bledsoe.
Lang ka. Walang tao.
Bledsoe's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Lakers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And that's at a time the Lakers will retain possession. Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain?
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Six on the shot clock. Left side Davis from 17 feet out. And a little luck that time, but it drops. He's got 15.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field,
Okay mo,
And he gets the whistle.
bilis naman doon na ang
See
buwan.
Lopez be more and more assertive in looking for his shot, which in turn draws the defense's attention to him.
Good on the second free throw. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Rondo passes to James. And a miss on the triple.
and I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Lopez kicks to Bledsoe.
Boom.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. Here's Davis.
Anak ng tipa ka, Davis. Oh my
For
God.
Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it
Oh,
up.
susubukin niya si Rondo eh.
That's foul number 2 for him. And the Lakers with some changes. Green, he's checked in for Contavious Caldwell Pope. And it's Avery Bradley in for Rajon Rondo. The Bucks also with the sub. Williams is checked in.
Pisikalan
And the foul on Avery Bradley. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Kyle Korver is checked in for Matthews. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Korver, no luck. Lakers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 6 assists now in the game.
That's just such good touch. I mean, with that length, Kevin, once he turns, he's got a
Ito mga
shooting
veterano,
window
Hill
that
saka
feels
Bradley.
wide open.
Hill deciding where to go with it. And there's the pass to Connaughton. Lopez left side.
Ay, hindi inaabot ni Magi.
Well,
Ang lapit lang ng tira eh.
And they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee making a switch. DiVincenzo's checked in. There's Green with the three. And it goes for the fifth time in 10 shots for him this game.
You're trying to space the floor. Green's the guy you want out there. The defense is forced to respect him.
Here's LeBron. And James throws it down hard.
Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
Bucks trail by 7. A minute 42 left to play in the third. Here's DiVincenzo. A rebound by the Lakers.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backcourt.
Yan, si Corber, wala.
19 points for Anthony Davis.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside.
Shout out, 1 million.
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position, and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity.
Nice, Caruso.
Finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee.
Ay, maliit yan.
Here's Giannis.
Bakit yung maliit ang nababantay sa yan? Buisit na yan.
Giannis has got 29 in the game.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Oh, shit.
Bucks trail by 7. He'll find Giannis. Good, the assist goes to
si
him.
Howard, hindi na ko.
Giannis has got 10 points in just the second half.
And you know, he's really been one of the right for to will this team to victory.
This is what you get with AD, just an incredibly unique skill set and just dominating right now pretty easily on the offensive end.
Bakit walang tao dun?
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Here's Caruso. A three-pointer off the mark.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting blocked there to defend. Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Caruso na dapat.
It's tipped. Outside Brent. Over to the wing.
Caruso.
Long range. Caruso's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, that's a good job by Avery Bradley, recognizing that he had an open teammate and get it to him in a good position.
Saan ang bantay dun?
Basket for Milwaukee.
Great execution. Could not have asked for a better shot.
And a deep three from James. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders.
Wala yung bantay ni Kumpo eh. Back tayo.
While we have the chance now,
First
folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful.
Bakit na ganito na to?
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter on the court for the Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And there's Hill, and it's Brook Lopez, and it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard position.
And you gotta be aware of Kuzma, especially with how he attacks there off the dribble.
And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 6.
Palpal.
Better go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. 15 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Be careful once LeBron breaks the seal of the free throw line. There's a lot of power and a lot of muscle coming out. Usually it ends up a free throw.
at the buzzer, too.
Nalaga, bitawan.
And that one misses. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. The Bucks also changing it up. Matthews, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Hill. Bucks trail by 7. Here's Antetokounmpo. He gets that one. Giannis has got 16 points here in the second half.
Giannis is inviting a little bit more contact and no longer shying away from it.
To the inside. Lopez with the steal. And the jam by Bledsoe.
Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover. It simply was telegraphed.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really.
Watching that guy put on a burst of speed, he takes up so much of the floor. It's a burst by Giannis.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
After leading the Bucks to an incredible year, Giannis Antetokounmpo wins the Most Valuable Player trophy. A very emotional speech that night talking about his family and his brother and the impact they have. But really, how about the impact he's had on the Milwaukee Bucks franchise and what kind of aspirations they have on the shoulders of this young Greek talent.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Anthony Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Danny Green is checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Avery Bradley and Alex Caruso. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Olden.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack. And he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm of the flow. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
Back to Bledsoe to take the lead. It's stolen by Bradley. 3 on 3.
Ay, shit, minadali ko pa.
On the break. Hits it down to Middleton. Here's Matthews. Tries again.
Palpal din.
It's important to know where Danny Green is. One of the better shot blocking guards you're going to find.
McGee, the best to Davis. Pass to LeBron. Looking for McGee. He gets it there.
Oh, yeah, lintik ka, Magit! Oh my God!
The effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Bledsoe against Green. Shot clock at 6. Around 3 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Sablay pa yan, posible.
That's good from Green.
A relatively rare trip to the free throw line for Green, averaging just 1 attempt per game over the course of his career.
All free throws good from Green. Timeout called the Bucks. The short rest very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Oh, apat na.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal. And he needs to stay aggressive out there. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
And Davis pulls it down.
And they've had the edge of rebounding all night long, and none bigger than that one right there.
He's such a fantastic system player. And this is a pretty fantastic system, so it's working out well.
Bucks trail by 5. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Giannis, and the Bucks miss again.
Ay, putra kaligron ka. Pinasa mo doon kay Giannis. Tanga.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is a star in this league, and more the team trusts him in those moments.
Ay! Balik yan!
On the wing. Balik yan. He gets it in there.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but it's close.
Ayan, nabitawan ko.
And it's Green.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there. That's unfortunate.
Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. 4 on the shot clock to take the lead. No good from Bledsoe. Here's McGee.
Kid! Nice! Late na Bledsoe.
One thing LeBron James can dictate is how his teammates get going. Smart pass there.
The Lakers making a switch here. Kuzma's checked in. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Matthews. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 4. 1:24 left here in the fourth quarter. Got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Anthony Davis.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Howard's checked in. Giannis passes to Lopez.
Natin.
As the Lakers take possession. And the Lakers time here. They lead by 4. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter.
Apat. Kailangan makashoot.
Anthony Davis is checked in for Dwight Howard. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Lopez is checked in. Ripped away.
Putragits ba?
And oh, here we go. Bledsoe. Nobody back.
Yeah, hindi naabot ni Lebron.
Eric Bledsoe says pressure. What pressure? Take that.
From deep Green. Here's McGee.
Yun!
He pops it off the glass.
Yeah, grabe eh.
Outside, Antetokounmpo.
Patay na, nawala ng tao.
Difference maker.
I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
LeBron James on the wing. Kicks it out to Bradley. He's looking for LeBron and finds it. Lakers flipping the ball around now. Pass it to Green. Now here's Bradley. Shoots the three.
Boom! Woo!
Not shaking.
Tagal gusto na maganda.
Hitting a ton of big shots in big situations throughout his career. Difficult guy to rattle.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Middleton on the wing. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Giannis.
Nice! Oh, nice defense.
There from McGee. The drive by James.
Yes!
They worked hard all game.
Oh, hindi nakashot yung huli.
Good job of getting in position to win the game. It's been an all-out.
Ito si Davis eh. Apat, dalawa pa pala. Ano ba yan?
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
For 3, Middleton.
Glass there, working hard to
Yeah.
put himself in a great spot.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Number 1 pick overall in the draft, coming out of Kentucky, and it just feels like Anthony Davis has had one focus on his mind, and that is to become the best player he can be. Love to see his evolution. Big time shot.
Parang baliw eh.
Young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
from deep three-point range, off target. And so the Lakers take the lead. Right until the final seconds.
And for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust.
Shout out dyan sa 1 million.
In one another, what it matters most. Doing what had to be done, and to send these fans home happy.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, LeBron. Congrats on the win. Where do you go mentally when you're in a rhythm like you were tonight?
It's a zone you get into, and it's kind of unexplainable. And you try to go out there, and you feel like it's nothing that you can't do. And hopefully the momentum just continue to go throughout the whole quarter, and it did. And not only did it open up for me, open up for the rest of us too.
I know that's got to be empowering, LeBron. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us, and that'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you later.
Guys, matulog na kayo guys.
Ano, diretso pa tayo? Isa pa? Ha? Pag-arala ko naman kung paano i-post ito.
Ito lang yung pindutan nung sa gitna, no? Stop. Do you want to close the live broadcast? Okay, yes.